really. Not properly yet. Not properly. Because I'm not in Austria yet, but I am back in Japan. Yay! Hello! Hello! Half. Half. Welcome back, Half Kiara. Kikariki! Yeah, sorry, it's early. It's 7 a.m. Or not even 7 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. But don't worry, I slept, I don't know, pretty early. I think I slept 7 hours minimum. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, probably around 7 hours. Probably. So I hope I'll make it for the day. I have like appointments and dance lessons that I will have to leave for, which is why this stream is extra early. Otherwise I would have done it a little bit later. そう、めっちゃ早起きなんだよな。アメリカの時差ボケでもあるんですけど、時差ボケって言っても、like, I don't know if maybe, to me, jet lag is honestly just a myth. Also, jet lag, the game released a new season, a new Europe season. I'm so excited to watch it. But jet lag to me is kind of a myth. A myth mention? Man, two things that I love, jet lag and myth. Because like, I feel like I don't even want to call it jet lag because I don't know. It's just that. Is it? I don't know. Is it really jet lag when you just? I mean, I could have stayed up longer, but I just like I don't know. I was just tired. But I don't think that's necessarily jet lag. That's just because I didn't sleep enough in the plane. If I slept enough in the plane, I would have been maybe better. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think jet lag exists. I don't know. I think jet lag is just a stupid excuse for pussies. Sorry. What? Do you hear the BGM, guys? Oh, it's a skill issue, yeah. It's okay. I can swear. The stream hasn't even officially started yet, so I can swear because nobody's here yet, right? Everybody will just join at 7 a.m. my time. Circadian rhythm havers. What? You're living in the circus, or you're feeling the circus rhythm, or you mean cicadas? What? I'm feeling the circus rhythm. Yeah, I started early. Welcome. Yeah, jet lag is a skill issue. Did you fly first class? Of course not. I'm personally hoping that maybe for the next EN concert, maybe because their budget seems to be rising from last year to this year. Perhaps next year they have budget to fly us in with business. That would be nice. I don't need first class. A lot of airlines don't even have first class, really. But business would be nice because honestly, it was so painful, and my seat was broken actually. Yeah. So I flew from Japan to New York. If I was in Europe at the time, I could have flown from Europe to New York and the flight would have been actually quite a bit shorter, man. But you know, timing. Yeah. My flight, man. So, you know, well, we did fly premium. We're getting straight into it, I guess. We did fly premium. We were on different flights, but I was with a few girls. I'm not gonna say who, I guess, but I was on the same flight as a few of them, and we all had premium economy. I know there's some girls like Ina, I think, who like upgraded themselves to business. But I thought, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I wouldn't even get the miles from it because I own like that. This is not my miles territory. Like, if it was an airline that was part of the miles... What was it? Miles and More? Where I'm getting miles from? Which is usually, like, European airlines. Then I could, like, consider it. Because then if I upgrade it to business, then it's gonna be, you know, added to my miles count. Yeah, I'm sure her flight was super expensive. I think she kind of told me, and I was like, nah, fuck no. That's not worth it. I'm gonna suffer for this fucking flight. And the good thing is that the hotel... Oh, the beds. I told you guys that was like my best sleep in my whole life. And it was so comfortable. And I asked them, and they're gonna hopefully send it. I feel like they forgot, but they said they'll send me an email with the deets about the mattress and the pillows. Oh, the pillows. Oh my god. So comfortable. Yeah, it's for work. Like, there's so many people, like, who travel for work who get business from their companies, and I feel like they generally earn, you know, less, but they still get business. So what the hell? Yeah, it would be cool if next time maybe we can get business, because it was really rough pain. Because, so, my seat was broken, I told you, right? So... I was like in the front row of the premium economy cabin. So that means that, like, apparently I didn't even realize this until I flew back and was in a row that was further behind. But so the footrest normally is attached kind of to the chair in front of you, the seat in front of you. So it's not the footrest isn't normally attached to the chair you're sitting on. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of still a pretty flimsy footrest. Well, this depends on the airline, but in this case, it was a pretty flimsy footrest that is attached to the front. So it's not like your seat has like a how to say, like a footrest pillow that you can lift. No, it's just like there's air between. Even if you put your legs on the footrest, there will be air between your feet and your knees. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I didn't even realize that until later. Because on the first flight, I flew in the front row. So there was no seat in front of me. Thus, the footrest was connected to the chair. It was part of the chair. Which would have been cool. More comfortable, because you can actually feel like your legs are resting on something. But mine was broken. The seat next to me was taken by a stranger. And the stranger's footrest was working. Mine was not working. And I tried everything to like move it. Didn't work. And then I called the cabin attendant, and I'm sure that they are 100% aware that their airplane's footrests are often broken. Because apparently on the opposite side, the other window seat, I think theirs was also broken. And they're like, oh, they like checked it for a moment. They were like, nah, I'm sorry. It's not just not working. They didn't even say sorry. They're not sorry. They're not sorry. And then I looked up online if if the seat that you're paying for has some things that don't function if you are if you get any refunds, and they said no, you are not entitled to any refunds. So imagine, okay, this is still a small thing, even though for me it was big because my legs I don't know what it is, but like my legs will have some weird ass pain that I don't ever experience outside of airplanes. If I don't get to lift them a little bit. I'm sure that a lot of airlines, if you complain enough, they will give you miles or something. But I don't even have a miles thing with them, so I was like, But imagine you pay like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 or whatever for business class seat, and then something doesn't work there. I've seen cases like that in the feedback when I was Googling it. And then imagine it doesn't work. They don't owe you anything! What? Say it's a medical necessity. Well, the thing is though that it was fully booked, so they couldn't have moved me to any other seat. They did tell me to like, oh well, maybe you can ask someone else to switch seats with you. Yo, nobody will want to switch seats to a a not working seat. Also, it seems like almost everybody else on the plane was like on the premium economy cabin was like traveling in couples. So who the fuck would want that? Yeah, I think. Thank you. Yeah, I think it is probably something. Yeah, with my veins or whatever. I don't know. Take blood thinners before the plane takes off. Interesting. Maybe I'll try that. I tried like wearing those pressure socks before. And I think they improved it a little bit, but not really. Not really. So I had to write something. sorry. Yeah, it wasn't gonna be a ticking time. What? There's something like pressure socks for half the body. I don't need half the body. It's really just like my around my knees, a little bit upwards to the thigh, and downwards, like down and above and below the knee. So yeah, the footrest helps a little bit, but it's still like fucking uncomfortable. Like my legs get cramps and shit. And I feel this like this pain that goes in a line upwards and downwards my legs. It just sucks. I fucking hate it. And I flew a few times. Like I've had the pleasure to fly business a few times now in the past year. And now now that I know that I could fly comfortably, it's just so much more painful. Wait, let me do one thing really quickly. Bippity boppity boopity boo. I think it's this. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Sorry, my brain. So, we'll talk about my whole trip to New York, including sightseeing and 3 concerts. Well, okay, 2, but like 3 days of concerts, aka Breaking Dimensions, and the world tour's first ever stop, which was in anime New York City. NYC is so stinky. I had so many of you guys like warning me about like how New York is gonna be so bad and everything. It was honestly delightful. The only stinkiness that I have perceived as a very sensitive individual to these kind of things, as I am very straight edge, is a lot of fucking weed smell. And I did see on Times Square walking around, I did see one person overdosing on heroin. So that's maybe like, you know, that was a little bit shocking, but I was kind of proud how I immediately recognized that that person wasn't drunk, but very much overdosing on shit. So everybody, don't take drugs, be straight edge like me. That was pretty typical, I could tell. Yeah, that's concerning. But besides that, like, lots of weed. I'm sure it's, like, legal. Is it legal in New York? I'm sure it's legal there. But, I really hate the smell so much. I hate it. I don't remember if it was legal in Austria. I think, like medical... Like, what do you call it? Like, if you use it, like, as meds and it's legal? I don't know if it's legal besides that. Is it legal? It's legal in New York? Okay. See, but I hate it. I hate it so much. So disgusting. But anyway, sorry to anybody in the chat who likes to use weed, have fun. I'm so sensitive to it. Oh, yeah, that's the only thing that bothered me. Besides that, I saw no rats. Except something similar that was way cuter. You'll be hearing about that. Yum, 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 yum. I saw no rats, and I saw, I don't know, I didn't see anything like You'll hear about that too, but I even used the underground transportation method. And it was clean and not concerning, even though Ame warned me that I shouldn't step too closely to the yellow line because sometimes people push others over just for fun into the tracks and then you might die. That there's been incidents like that, apparently in the news, so yeah. So don't step too close. But yeah, I went into the subway. Anyway, okay. I'm going to random here and there. We should start from the very beginning. A very nice place to start. So I had a few days in New York, and I didn't have like an insane amount of sightseeing time. But I knew that I wouldn't, so I was actually the only one, more or less. Besides Ame, only me and Ame kind of extended our stays a little bit. Yeah. So that was fun. Me and Ame had quite a bit of extra time together. Which I was so happy about. Ame! So yeah, there will be a lot of Ame, I think, in what I'm telling you. But yeah, so I was there for here. Ta-da! World tour! This is so amazing! I can't believe it. This was world tour first stop in New York City, Anime NYC, and I already like. Do you see it? Who is this? Which one of you guys is this? This one in the middle. Who is this? Someone's wearing my happy. Who is that? Please raise your hand. Raise your hand now. Raise it. Who is this? Who is that? I feel like I might know, but kind of difficult, this one. No, that's not Trevor. No. Trevor would not wear a hat like that. Not you. God damn it. Well, let me know. Oh, on the left! Who's that? Is that two Kiwawa Happies or just one? I'm not sure. Bit hard to tell. It might be two, it might be just one. I think it might be one. Who are these people? Who's this one on the left? Let's see, who else can I see? Nerissa happy, Nenechi happy, Gura happy. These happies are so nice. Like 1 or 2 years ago, 2 years ago, it feels like nobody wore a happy outside of Japan. 1 year ago, it like started coming, and this year is like, wow. So many happies. The culture is flooding over. なんか去年とか2年前とか誰もハッピー着てなかったよ、海外。日本はみんな着てると思うんだけど、やっとその文化がこっちに来たね。Yeah, because you guys have been like doing fan happies, and now I have an official one, so I hope next year I'll be seeing the official ones. The fan happy is so nice. I love it so much. You can see why is it standing out so much? Isn't this one glowing? It almost looks photoshopped in. This one in the middle. Like, it stands out to me. It's like she's staring at me. Why is she looking at me? No, this is not photoshopped. Eh? No, it's not. I'm just like standing out. It's not even orange. It's not even that orange. Like, the happy is not that orange. People always say that the orange stands out, but it's not that much of the orange. Yeah, perfectly positioned. It's not even in the middle of the picture. It's kind of like off center, but it works. Thank you guys for the super chats, by the way. She's like enlightened. She's so enlightened. I can't stop looking at her. 目がそっちに行っちゃうな、そのハッピーに。Well. So this one, okay. I gotta say, like, let's see, what can I say? This was already so amazing. Like, oh my god, I was already so adrenaline. Yeah, who needs drugs when you can get adrenaline through this kind of stuff, man? Oh, wow, I got so excited. This was so fire, right? I'm so happy. People were so hyped through this concert already that people were already saying, like, how can they top this with Breaking Dimensions? Man, but we're only a few, only a couple of girls here. Yeah, so we had a really special performance of Do You, my song. That was with 4 girls. Yes. Bei, Muna, Kobo, and me. And I will say, like, that was kind of rough for me. I remember, like, in dance lessons, I had to relearn. Do You haven't, like, danced in a while at that point. So it had to come back to me. And so basically, like, in that dance lesson, I remember Bei was, like, learning it from scratch. And I was, like, relearning it. But Bei is so good. Like, she immediately picked it up. And man, I will say that I felt like immediately insanely under pressure because it's my own song, and then people would expect me to do a good job at my own song, and oh man, I had some breakdowns, man. But I tried my best, and I'm so happy that my song was chosen. The set lists for the World Tour concerts will all be different, you know? So, I mean, there might be some songs here and there, like, so to say, repeating, but generally, the set list will all be different. Yeah, so I don't think you will see a 4-person Do You again. I don't think. I need to, like, check, but... You want Blu-rays, huh? I know, like... Yeah, people really thought it was hype. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm like, even if you are not a KFP, it seems like Do You, you know, people know Do You. So it was like really easy for people to vibe to it. People were screaming, Do You, Do You, Do You, Do You, say you do, feel the same. And that just made me so proud and so happy. Yeah, I was really proud to have, like, created a song that can capture people like that and get them so hyped and excited. I'm so proud. And I did Sleep Talking, right? Yeah. I did Sleep Talking for my solo. I don't want to get things confused because for Breaking Dimensions I did Pineapple. So Sleep Talking was actually a suggestion from the staff, like, hey Kiara, don't you want to do Sleep Talking? I'm like, okay, because they said they want a song here in the set list that, like, gets people hyped, and I'm like, Sleep Talking? I mean, it's not a completely slow song, but it's also not, like, it doesn't go, like, as crazy hard as, like, Chimera or so. But okay, I was like, okay, if you want Sleep Talking, I'll do Sleep Talking. That's fine with me. I mean, Sleep Talking, I personally love the song, so... yeah. I think... I don't know if it really got everybody so hyped as they wanted it, but I think it did well. Yeah, and then we had another chance to show off me and Kobo's Ichinuchi Hero. Yeah, good that we had that song in our repertoire, I guess, because Kobo is part of the world tour, so a good reason to bring out that collaboration song of us again. And yeah, I think it's really great. It has, like, these calls that repeat again and again, so I think they're really easy to follow. The Suki, Suki, yeah. Relatively easy, even though it's Japanese. But then... I thought you guys would be confused, but not as confused. I thought you guys would be able to somewhat do what I'm trying to do. I changed the call. That's like in the second half of the song. There's like Kobo goes first. She goes like, you know, there's this like break instrumental break and everything, and then Kobo goes like Kobo-chan wa o kawaii, but she changed it because we both changed it. We wanted to change it. We thought, how about we change it to something English at least. Well, even though she had some Japanese words in there. So she was like singing like Kobo-chan is not kusogaki. It's the same rhythm and it's the same like melody, so to say, and intonations, but people were not able to pick it up at all, it seems. Did anybody like say it successfully? But then you would think, because Kobo goes first and then you realize, oh, she's saying something else, that now is my turn, Kiara's turn. You guys would surely be ready for it, because you may have failed at the Kobo one, but you wouldn't fail on mine, right? What did I say? Kiara can make fried chicken out of me. Is that so difficult? Is that so difficult? Kiara can make fried chicken out of me. Instead of Kiara-chan wa chou o kawaii. Kiara can make fried chicken out of me. Easy. Should be easy. No, okay, I get it. The sentence was a little bit complicated. I tried to say it as clearly as possible so that you guys would pick it up as clearly as possible. Was it quiet? The crowd was too loud? Really? But in that moment, didn't you guys all go kind of silent because you were like, what? 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 What did Kobo just say? I caught it. Really? I'm happy you're confident in our bird brains, but sorry. Well, now you know. So if you ever, because this is like in like the second half of the song, so you should be ready. If we ever perform the song again, you know what's coming now, probably. Possibly, although I'm not sure, because this really intimidated me. Now I'm not sure if we want to like try this again. If we try it again, it might be a different phrase. Or we go back to the original. I don't know. I think one of the problems is also maybe that the back vocals were still saying Kiara-chan wa o kawaii. Maybe? I don't know. Iced tea. But just, yeah, make sure, guys. Now you know. Now you know. Besides that, it was hype and people were following the calls, I think, and chanting along. So, yeah, the first concept we did, besides me singing Sleep Talking and having 2 unit songs, we also had, of course, like full group songs. So generally, it will follow that kind of pattern, I think. I think everybody always gets one solo, I think. And there will always be units and stuff. But just so you know, we'll be mixing it up. Yeah. I really like the setup too, like... except for, like, you know, depending on the venue, the sizes of the area where we can dance will be difficult. And so when we were practicing for this one... First we were practicing in like a wide formation, and then at rehearsal pretty suddenly we were told, oh, actually you only have this tiny space here, as you can see. And I'm like, what shit? And then we went through it a little bit, and like I was bumping a little bit, my arms like against the others. Yeah, it was difficult to squeeze in such a tiny space. I think you noticed, maybe if you were there, that especially with the group songs, even with Do You though, with 4 people, but also with the group songs, that we were really close to each other. But then because we literally can't stand in one line, I think there's like always people standing in the back and then people standing in the front. And yeah, just difficult because the motion capture area was very small. そう、なんか練習してた時は結構広く練習してたんですけど、リハーサルの時にいきなり、あ、実はこれぐらいのスペースしか使えないですって言われた時にショック受けて、全然広く使えなくて。So yeah, had to adjust like pretty spontaneously. Bit difficult. But still, had a lot of fun. I like the setup. I liked it. I think like the problem in this Anime NYC venue is that isn't there like these pillars, right? These big pillars, so you can't really stand behind the pillar. People have to like keep all that space empty more or less. So there's some wasted space, but you see here on the picture, that's not all. There's like a little bit of like walking space here at the bottom, but the crowd continues behind that. So it was pretty packed, I think, right? Like quite a big amount of people in there, even though it's kind of awkward with the pillars. And yeah, everybody I guess stands on the same level, so probably was hard to see like the full body version in the middle if you're not in a good seat. Like, but you know, that's just an issue with each of the convention venues, whether or not it will be better in the others. I'm not sure because I didn't really see the others yet. I don't know how it will be. Try to go in the middle, guys. Try to go in the middle. In the front, ideally. No, there's chairs, but people generally stand up, so I can't blame them because it's hype. But when people stand up, you'll see even less. I was pretty far in the back, but I could see alright. That's good to hear! The side screens just need some more mid-range shots. They were kind of zoomed in most of the time. Oh, okay, I'll give that feedback, yeah. I do like this, like, contrast here very much. I think it's beautiful. That close-up shot of me is just actually so coincidentally beautiful. I like the contrast, but I understand that if you stand on the very left, it might be difficult to see the middles, we're not on the screen, no, I'm really there. The middle. It's just difficult to see the middle, right? So, I might share that feedback then, yeah. Yeah, because I think I did see people like watching straight into the side screens because they couldn't see the middle that well. The loudspeakers had a bit too much compression, so it messed up the audio quality. Interesting, okay. Let me copy paste. I'm gonna bring your feedback up. Hello! I got some more feedback from people at the venue. La la la. And so the other one was that the screens on the side should have showed a bit more You know my Inanis is typing. Should have showed a bit more mid-range shots. It was usually only headshots. So for people who can't see the middle well, they can mostly just see super close up. Ina is watching my stream! She wrote bareta. She's watching. More. Hi, Ina! Just right before I started the stream, I watched a video on Twitter where a huge octopus is like trying to eat or swallow or attack or hug a shark. And then for a while it looked like the shark was getting captured and not being set free. But it eventually was able to set itself free and swam away. So what the hell was that? You saw that too? Why do we always see the same things, man? And do you think the octopus was trying to eat it and then realized, fuck, I just can't get a bite into the shark and then let it go? Certainly, it wasn't a tete hug. I don't think octopuses try to hug sharks naturally. It doesn't seem like really natural behavior. Right? Anyway, I think I have limited time, so I don't know if should I. It's hard to remember at this point because like it feels like these memories were overwritten by Breaking Dimensions memories. But yeah, I think that's like mostly it. It was fucking hype, man. It was fucking hype. People were like woohoo when I said NYC, what is up today? Yeah. Took you a moment too, though, guys. Took you a moment. In the middle of the song, you know. I like to... It's a bit difficult with all my recent songs, I feel like, to implement something like that. Because, like, Pineapple, Sleep Talking, and also my upcoming song, which I'm working on right now, they are all so busy. They have so many overlapping vocals and all that. And it feels, like, really difficult to fit in something like a crowd thing where I say something to you guys. Yeah. What do you mean you wish it was Fire and Ice? We did Fire and Ice on day 2 of Breaking Dimensions, but obviously not here because Calli is not in that concert. Although, I mean, we could have maybe done it as a cover song where somebody else would do Calli's part, but I don't know, it feels wrong to me. Spoiler! Yeah. Yeah, Miffin, I think I said that already last time. Like, hey, maybe for next song, can we like add a bit more instrumental, like breathing space? Breathing, not just instrumental, but just like a moment where I can catch a breath. Less overlapping vocals maybe, but they did it again. For the next one, I'll say it for real. Like, we need a bit more, like, less overlapping vocals, more breathing space. Like, this is so hard to, like, sing live. But yeah. Nope, no breathing for you. Nuh-uh. You're not allowed to breathe, Wawa. Well. Okay. So, instead of going to Breaking Dimensions, I will now do a little bit of sightseeing talk. Do you guys want to see sight? Yes, you want. Yeah. Trust me, you want. How about we talk about... So, there on one of the days, we did sightseeing with, Calli, Yame, Fuamoko, and Kiara. Yes. Well, that was the group, right? Am I missing someone? I don't think I'm missing someone. Yeah. Yeah, that's a group. Yeah, interesting combination. I was surprised that Ame would join our group. I think she just likes me too much. I wasn't sure if she liked me, but she spent so much time with me this time, so I felt like, you know. Yeah, I met Kiara. Yeah. So, where do I start? I have pictures and I actually have videos too. Videos? Nani? Where's my... where's my... here. Ta-ta-ta-tan! And with this group, we went to... First of all, we went to this beautiful park that I think is quite famous. In New York, there's this big Central Park. Big is so big! I really wanted to walk through it, like a lot of it. We spent quite a bit of time here. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Like this was a beautiful view. There's this huge lake. I don't know, it surely has a name, but it's huge. There's a bunch of lakes in Central Park. Yeah, you need a lot of time to see the whole thing, right? But we saw quite a bit of it, I would say. And Ame was like helping. Like Ame was legit our tour guide. She was leading us through the whole thing, and she showed us like things that otherwise we probably would have not found. And she did tell me, this is okay to say, she did grow up in some parts of New York. So that's how she was so knowledgeable. She told me, actually not on this day, but she told me so many crazy stories about New York that like also like connections, like not necessarily something that she experienced, but maybe family members experienced. And the whole time she's telling these stories, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so typical Ame. It's so crazy. Her stories are so crazy, and that was like honestly better than any tour guide I could have hired. But yeah, she led us pretty confidently through Central Park, and let's see. Oh, great. No, that's maybe a bit too early. No, that's too early. Do you even know what that was just now? Ah, man. I have so many tangents. Let me think. I don't know. I have like tangents all over the place. Let's see. Okay, so we walked through the park for a while, and there's like a lot of like wide, big spaces, and there's people like picnicking and hanging out. And anywhere you look, there's squirrels. There's freaking squirrels everywhere. So do you want to see a squirrel video? Because we saw squirrels everywhere, but at some point we stopped in front of like a fence because we saw a cute squirrel on a tree, and then we were, I was like, oh my god, so cute! And then Ame picked up a nut and was like seducing the squirrel to come over. I didn't. Yeah, I was making that joke. Actually, nobody really understood, I think, except maybe Calli. But I was making a joke that like I should kick a squirrel like in Baldur's Gate. Roll perception check and roll a really bad dice. And then kick the squirrel, and then I just die. Maybe the squirrel kicks me back or something. I don't know. I had to think of that time in Baldur's Gate. That was a great scene. But yeah, here. And then enjoy. I think this should play. Wait, let me change that to monitor and output. Okay. Here, cut something together. Yeah, I'll make it full screen for you. Even though it looks not so nice if it's full screen. But okay. Oh my god, you're so cute! He's currently being seduced by our local detective. Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm gonna die! She speaks to animals.
He checked it. He didn't like it.
I don't need your acorns. Your acorns got human scent on them.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh, he's eating something.
Oh my god! Look at the look.
Wow, he's destroying that.
Destroying that acorn.
Oh. Oh, is that good, Wisu? Is that good, Wisu? You like those nuts? I think it likes those nuts. Yeah, Fuala was giggling. Her giggle is so cute. There's actually a moment where she said, but I cut it out because I wasn't sure. Like, I did confirm with Formoko about the video, but at this point I wasn't sure yet if I would get their confirmation in time, so I just cut it out. But she was like, I think maybe it has rabies. And then, because of that, I said, because in that moment the squirrel ran away, like turned around and ran away. I thought like, oh, it was insulted by you assuming it has rabies. But then it came back. And it wasn't because of that. It was because a little cart was driving by. But it came literally, I was obviously trying so hard to not show anybody's like hands or so, but it came so close, like literally so close to Ame's hand. It was going for Ame. It was so going for Ame. It really liked Ame. Ame can talk to animals. That was not the only time that Ame talked to animals for us. Yeah. Yeah. It was cute. Everybody was like, yeah. happy about the squirrels. So that was a squirrel video. So after seeing a lot of squirrels, Ahmed was leading us to, and I feel like it seems like a lot of people don't even know this exists in Central Park. There's a turtle pond! There's a freaking turtle pond, guys! This is a turtle. Here, let me close up. Do you see it has a fucking carrot in its mouth? So there was a smaller pond. Actually, for a pond, it was pretty big. It feels like a small lake. But there were so many turtles there, like millions of turtles. I did not think there would be so many turtles. I thought maybe 1 or 2, and you couldn't get too close to them. But no, there were a million turtles, and people were like standing at the shore of it, more or less. It wasn't like a sandy shore; it was a stone shore thingy. People were standing there, sitting there, watching the turtles, and the turtles would like literally sunbathe right there, and you could touch them if you wanted to. People were feeding the shit out of them, but don't worry, they were like just feeding like fruit because there was a fruit stand right next to it. Yeah. And we were watching them for a while. It was like so relaxing too. And then the turtles were actually sharing the whole pond lake with geese. There were a shit ton of geese, but the turtles and the geese stayed in their own groups. And sometimes the geese would like, it would seem like they would come over to us where the turtles were, but they stayed relatively far away most of the time. We didn't feed them though, we just watched them. Although, no, Alice sometimes would chuck like something, some small things that she found on the ground, like small pieces of a carrot or so, like remains, and would try to give it to the turtle, and they would be quite interested. Yeah, that's why they come so close, because they know that they're gonna get food from the tourists. Yeah, they were giving out so much food. And the turtles were eating so much. And they all looked like the same type of turtle, but they were all like really cute. And the more I looked at them, like I don't think I've ever seen turtles so close up and so many of them. But like they look like dinosaurs and crocodiles to me. Yeah. We were watching them for a while. Yeah, they have orange lines in their face. Do they stack? The turtles? No, but I think we saw there was some turtle action going on, like them like kind of fighting over fruit sometimes. Yeah, but no real like stacking action. Yeah, see, like this just kind of shows you like how many freaking turtles. This is just a small, tiny part. They're like, you can get 10 turtles in one freaking picture. It's crazy. Look how many, and they have little tails. I was like joking, oh, I should pull their tail. Small tatted house. Small tatted house. めちゃくちゃ多かったよ。びっくりしたよ。これは有名な公園にありますね。Turtle. So this was quite amazing. That felt incredible. So thank you, Ame, for bringing us to the turtles. No small turtle footage. I think I took some videos, yeah, but I don't think it was too interesting, so I didn't edit any turtle videos. Maybe afterwards I'll edit one and then put it up. Just small cuts in case anything's showing. But maybe I'll do it afterwards, and maybe I'll upload on Twitter if you wanna see the turtles moving. But we were just chilling there. That was so fascinating, and we talked about who was questioning it. I feel like maybe Fuamoko was questioning. I'm not sure. But one of the girls was like questioning, like when they're small, is the shell also small and they grow with it, or do they grow into a huge shell, or what? How does it work? And I think Ame was educating them on turtle growth. I don't know. Yeah, it grows with them. Yeah. For this one, and then I think we brought up that what was it? What? What's this? Oh no, there's a different one, right? That No, I don't know. Yeah, tortoises are they different? in that regard? I'm not sure. No. Same. Does it work the same way? But they live in the desert. Wow, sugoi. They have stubby feet. Ah, right, yeah. These ones have flippers because they're in the water, but right, I never realized that. Tortoises do have stubby feet, yeah. Which makes sense because they don't swim. Oh, interesting. Cool. Yeah, there were so many tourists there, and there were a lot of German-speaking people too. And Ame was like, "Do you understand them?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my language. Yeah, I get it. I hear everything they're saying." and then we turned around to go somewhere else, and what do we find? Oh, that's another turtle. That's. I think this one's eating what Ame gave to the turtle. Look at this turtle. This fine turtle. Wow, it was looking at us. Nice pic, right? You could get so many pictures of turtles. From my phone. Yeah, but then we see a fucking kitten! And we all died! Especially me and Furomoko died. I was too shy to ask at first. I didn't want to bother them. Somebody had their kitten out on a walk, you know? And Furomoko went up first to them to ask if they could pet the kitten, and I felt too nervous. I wouldn't have done it, but since they did it, I felt more confident to also join. I didn't want to bother them, because I'm sure they get bothered all the time. When you bring a fucking kitten out in the public, I guess you have to expect that people will want to pet your kitten. And you know, I really miss my kitty katos. So I needed that moment. But when I finally went to the kitten and wanted to give it some pets, of course with permission, in that very moment, because the kitty was kind of skittish too, but in that very moment a huge dog came over, walked by, or was being walked by, and then the kitten was like distracted and like, what the fuck? So I didn't get too much touches on the kitten. But it was so cute. Look. Oh my god, we all died. Look at oh my god. Oh my god. No. It's literally peeing. Not peeing, peeing. Oh my god. It's not fair. It's not fair! Oh my god. I can't. I can't. That's so cute. So, somewhere at some point... no, wait. Now, first, I don't think I have pictures of any more of the Central Park after that. But we did, like, check out a bit more. Like, we went up to some Belvedere Castle. I think that's what it was called. There's so many Belvedere castles all over the world, I noticed. Yeah, we had a nice view. And we heard some people do, like, music in the park. This and that. Yeah. It was really nice. Did you meet more cats? No, this was the only cat. Unfortunately. But I was surprised. I didn't think I would... We felt like it was a fucking zoo. I know there is a zoo in Central Park too, but this already felt like a zoo to us. We saw so many squirrels. Like, literally, everywhere we would look, there was a fucking squirrel. We saw turtles, we saw fishes, we saw goose. We saw this kitten. We saw dogs. I saw a statue of a guy on a horse who looked really funny. And it's a huge statue, so when you stand right in front of it and you look up to the statue, you literally see the horse's balls. So I saw a horse too. Sorry, I don't know why I had to point that out, but I thought it was quite funny that they modeled that part too in that statue. Oh, you know which one? You know which one? Yes, yes, yes. What's next in this picture? Ah, it's a squirrel. Oh my god, there were just so many of them. Like, oh, they're so cute. Look at them. I want to touch their tail. I think I don't have it like in this folder now, but I did take a picture of, I think, this very squirrel when it changed position and like sat on a branch. It was like we could only see its butt, so I have like this view of a squirrel butt, which was really cute. No, I didn't touch them. No, I wanted to, but yeah, I'm honestly also like very careful. Like I do wonder if these animals all have like illnesses, if it's safe to touch any of them. You probably can't tell, so you probably shouldn't touch any, but they could have something, but they might not. I don't know. Yeah, shouldn't touch them. I guess they could bite, but I think they're really friendly though. They went up to people and stuff. Well, okay, so oh my god, so I wonder, like, I was mentioning this several times that all these sitcoms that I watch, yes! All these sitcoms that I watch, like Friends and Seinfeld and so on, they all like play in fucking New York. And so I was wondering, like, if I could see anything that's like related to these shows. And Amma was like, I don't know, because like they're all like filming on sets, right? But yeah, she found something for me. I did not know that I didn't have much time to look up things myself where I wanted to go. But yeah, she found out that there was not even that far from the Central Park, the Seinfeld soup and HZI. I'm so excited! No soup for you! I love that episode. It's so funny. So, oh my god, we all got soup. And I didn't know. There's so many different choices of soups, first of all. And then they give you a piece of bread. A chunky piece of bread, baguette, and an apple! A big-ass apple! And a piece of chocolate. Like, I think it's mint chocolate or peppermint or something. Yeah. But there's also so many different choices of soup. Yeah, Ame got butternut squash, I think. And me and Calli got broccoli cheese. And I think Fuamoko got... I think they got the lobster bisque. Because I think that's like their most popular one. And this is like... I think it looks pretty small of a container, but especially our broccoli cheese soup was so filling, and we got the smallest container and all of the stuff, but the soup alone was already so filling, and you can get all of this for $5. Yeah. And they had some merch and stuff, and they had a picture. Oh, oh no, shut that's not, the order is wrong. The order is wrong. No. ちょっと待って. Let me pull it up on its own. Where is it? Ah, here. Okay, this is fine. I checked it. Ta-da! Here. This is me holding my lunch bag. They make you a little lunch bag. There's me holding it. And there's pictures of them on the wall. Yeah, and they had merch, like little cups that said, no soup for you. Displayed everywhere. Yeah. I got so excited, man. I got so excited. And the soup was actually good. Shut up. Shut up. It's not a yellow wing. No, I have hands, okay? No, I didn't buy any of the... No. But I explained to everybody, because, like, Fuamoko didn't know it at all. And so I explained, yeah, you know, like, Seinfeld, there's just, like, soup place, this episode with the soup. And it's so funny. Because, like, Elaine just can't decide, like, what soup she wants. And they get really mad because it's a really busy soup place, really popular. So if you can't decide right away what you want, they're like, fuck you, no soup for you! Get out of here! And then she was so mad because, like, fuck you! Right? Like, give me my fucking soup. Well, why are you so mean? They're just really mean. Yeah, and just the other day, I watched this whole documentary, so long, of how Elaine became a pretty evil person throughout the show. I just watched that. Yeah, it's such a classic. I'm so glad that this exists. Yeah, it's obviously it's kind of different from the show, because I think in the show it's like it's not a restaurant where you could sit down, but it's at least like kind of inside. You walk into something. This was like open to the outside, so not quite the same. And I'm guessing they still filmed it in a set, so I'm not sure how this is the one place, but apparently it is. No. Anyway. Ta-da. Aren't you happy I have so many pictures here for you guys to like show you my story? Nobody else does it like me. Nobody else does it like me. Tangents? That's my thing. Okay. Next. Ah, yeah. So, I don't know. This is really random, but I was so happy. There's this huge banner thingy for Rings of Power. Yeah. Reminded me that it's starting soon, the next season. Let's see if it's better than the first one. I'm curious. We'll see. Is it showing tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, I know it's an ad. Duh. What else would it be? Didn't you read the ad? What do you mean? What? What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, you mean like, oh, if I don't really... Yeah, well, yeah. See, it says August something behind the trees. Yeah. What you said, it reminded me that it's soon. It's so big. It was so big, guys. Yeah, this was like close to Broadway. So we actually our whole like route was so good. Thank you, Ame. Like we started at Central Park. We walked through all of it. We walked like down like I guess south of to the south end of Central Park. I guess it's south. I don't know. And then from there we could get the soup, and we could then walk. We found a little space where we ate the soup, and then we went through here to like Broadway, which brought us to the Times Square. Yeah, Times Square. So this is funny. So random. I don't know. The store just kind of stood out to us. Apparently there's an M&M's store, and I just didn't find that, but everybody else found that, like our managers and stuff. But this is a sardine shop. This is a fucking sardine shop. Right at Times Square. Times Squirrel. We walked into it because it kind of gives like these Harry Potter vibes. I don't know, it's so detailed, and the colors are really Harry Potter-y, isn't it? But all it sells is sardines and like similar stuff in these little, what do you call it again? Konservendosen. You love sardines, really? I don't think I like them. Was it? Where? Was it? Where? Was it Fuamoko or Ame or Calli? One of them, like, maybe it was Fuamoko. Like, I was like questioning if this was any good, if this was something you would actually want to eat. And I think Fuamoko was saying like, oh yeah, they're yummy, yeah, we eat them on bread. And I'm like, eh? What? What? Yeah. So that reassured me a little bit, because me and Calli ended up buying some of these because they had really interesting versions. Like, there was millions of different variations. I ended up getting pretty normal sardines, but with a special date on them, because there was a whole section that had, like, it went back, I don't know, fucking 100 years. It had like 1 year on it, basically, written, and it doesn't mean that the sardines are from that year, they said. That's basically just like a joke. It's just, they're not that old, the sardines in there. They're just like, as a joke, they put on the date there. I don't know. Yeah. You might think it is from then, but it's not, they said. Yeah, so we got a bunch of sardines as a souvenir. Isn't that a nice souvenir to get from New York? I think it's literally the only souvenir I got. Yeah. はい。お土産として買いました。魚。I would not eat this though. I don't think I would like it. Ew, disgusting. Just the thought of it is disgusting. Ew. Okay, no, that's something else. No, that's something else. No, that's famous Mexican food. We're not there yet. That's a different day. Spoilers. So I think that was that. Yeah, that makes sense. Basically, so we went to the Times Square. We didn't stay very long at the Times Square. It was kind of like underwhelming. Maybe it would have probably been cooler if we went by night. And also, there was like this whole like, I think there was like this performance like stage setup that kind of blocked a lot of it, which is kind of lame. Yeah. Oh, and I did notice throughout my whole trip, I understood why people say, hey, I'm walking here in New York. I understand now why it's a famous phrase here, because it's literally so hard to walk. I have never experienced a situation where more people are just fucking in your path than in New York. I understand now. And so many cars, yeah. And then like so many cars parking in an already extremely narrow street, so it's like really difficult for the cars to get through here, through too. Yeah. But anyway, Times Square was okay. Like, I think we were already pretty exhausted walking so much, so we didn't stay too long, and we went into a few stores here and there. Went into a store. I really wanted to go into a store that had like new jeans plastered all over it. Was I think a really cute store, yeah, line store. Here and there, you know, we did some things here and there. Yeah, new jeans, and I was really considering buying stuff, but like I was like, hey, I don't know what I would buy, and I don't know, I love new jeans, but I don't want to buy like merch stuff because it clutters my home. Where do I even put it? I don't know. Yeah. Crony? Yeah. Also, like, when we were at the Times Square, there were like people lining up at like these like Broadway shows, tickets, last minute tickets, offices and stuff. And Ame was like explaining it to me, and then I was like looking at the list of all the shows they have, and I was like, oh my god, there's literally so many shows I would want to watch, but no time and nobody to go with me. But yeah, there was a Great Gatsby show that I was trying to like somehow find time for, but I would have probably had to go alone, and yeah. Yeah, the Great Gatsby. And they have like shows for like sitcoms, random sitcoms and stuff, like The Office. They have a The Office musical. What the fuck? So many random things. And then there was one thing that really confused me. It said, yeah, there's one group that went to see Wicked. We didn't. No. What? I didn't even know they were doing that. We were like separate groups, and I didn't know they were even doing that. But that wouldn't have been my first choice of musical to watch. You could have been part. Yeah, like at some point my manager sent me a picture of like the freaking Stephen Colbert show's like venue thing, and I'm like, oh my god. Now you make me realize I could have, like, if I organized it better, I could have maybe managed to see one of the shows and be in the audience. I have to go again to New York. I have to. Mamma mia. But yeah, I was considering getting into a show, but yeah, it didn't work out, which is okay. Maybe another time. And then after that, we went back. After Times Square, we went back. I got this in Uber. We drove back, and then we like got ourselves ready for dinner. Calli organized the dinner on that night, and it was really nice. And I think at that point, like, our groups merged, and I sat in front of Suisa Senpai and Suisa Senpai's sister Anemachi. So Anemachi was also in New York, and yeah, I met her for the first time. And oh my god, she's just so slay. Like, gorgeous and fashionable. I was shocked, and I was like shy and intimidated, honestly, because Suisei Senpai and Anemachi together, they had this whole aura, this superstar aura around them, and they were like both fashionable and just gorgeous. Slay! It intimidated me. I was like really nervous about sitting in front of them because I felt like I had to be cool. So, 水星先輩と姉町がいて、なんかそのお二人の前に私ディナーの時に夜ご飯の時に座ってたんですよ。めっちゃ緊張したわ。And then when we're like starting to like introduce each others and like, you know, get into a little bit of a chit chat, Suisei senpai tries to like, I guess, make this connection between me and Anemachi and tells me nicely that Anemachi was listening to Chimera the whole time in the airplane and really likes my music. And I'm like, what? What? And then that moment, I already decided I love you, Anemachi. So then I chit-chatted so much with her. I was so excited! Actually listening to my music actively! And just recently in the airplane listened to Chimera. What? You for real? Oh my god. I was so honored. It's nice to hear like when somebody really listens to my songs. And it feels so real. And not just when it just literally got released. No, it's been a few months now. So, 姉町さんが私の曲めっちゃ聴いてるって水星先輩に言われて、と思って。すごい嬉しかった。キメラをずっと飛行機の中で聴いてたんだって。I'm the main source of K-pop style in whole life. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It is true. So I hope she will like my new song too. Yeah, that was fun. So we ate some stuff, and I don't know. I somehow didn't have an appetite, so Calli ordered so many freaking starters. So I just like kept on eating some of the starters and taking little bites from like others stuff. Like Calli had some chicken Alfredo, so I tried her chicken Alfredo. I just couldn't build an appetite to order anything on my own. Kind of weird. I think I just had this like anxiety. I've been feeling more and more anxiety that I've never felt before in my whole life recently. And I'm like, oh, is this anxiety? Is this feeling anxiety? Yeah. So, but it's okay. I still like I forced some food into me. Yeah. It was a nice evening, and we chit-chatted, we talked a lot. Some of the girls had to leave because they had to go to their musical, so then it was down to, you know, less of us, but we had a great time. Yeah. It was good stuff. It was really early dinner. Yeah, because they went to the musical, and their food was just not arriving, so we ended up just like packing it. They had like 5 bites and then they had to run, and we packed it up for them. Stress from molting season. No. Cats musical? I didn't see any Cats musical on the list. Can you tell us about Drunk Iris? Drunk Iris I mostly only noticed on our like little after party, so I was gonna get to that later. So yeah, I think that's that part of the story. That's that. Now, let's talk a little bit about Breaking Dimensions. Whee! So this, like, if you compare this setup with like big side screens, no, like this was small, but I kind of liked these tategata, horizontal. What would you call it? Vertical. I kind of like these vertical screens. I feel like it's kind of unique, and for close-ups it kind of works. And not just for close-ups, like they would show like full body shots and all that there too, right? And if you're dancing alone on the stage, then it just works perfectly. I think they were good. So we performed at King's Theater for 2 days in a row, just this very last weekend, and it was our second hololive English concert. Let me change the theme down here. Our second Ian concert, and I heard that you guys really enjoyed it. I noticed, and you guys already gave so much feedback that it was better than the first one. I think, you know, the first one, because it was our first one, we went with a really simple concept and pattern, like the set list and everything is very tame and simplistic, which I think was fine because it was the first one. But definitely a lot of our feedback as talents as well was that for the next one, we gotta mix it up more. And yeah, I think there were a lot of improvements. There can always be improvements, and I already have a list of like feedback again for the next one. But yeah, I think it was great. I know you guys want the bigger location. At least the cool thing is that because of the small venue, the small capacity, they at least got it for 2 days. So the cool thing with that is, imagine we would have had like maybe a 9K, 10K capacity venue. We probably would have only done 1 day, but then we would have had way less like performances for each member. The fact that we had 2 days, I did kind of tell you that I couldn't like say it too clearly, but I did tell you that the 2 days will be different. But it was like kind of a more or less even amount of appearances on each day. I had my solo and 1 unit song, unless you count Myth as a unit. I guess so. So I guess 2 unit songs, because we had Myth and the Ian Birds and Wawa solo, and of course the big group songs, but we're not gonna count them on the first day. And the second day I had my MC and Fire Nights with Calli. So one day would always be like a little bit more, but generally you would see us all on each day, and that's not the case with like the Japanese fest concerts, right? So like at that point, with that many members and several days, if you want to see the Wawa, it's just 1 specific day, right? But in this case, we had 2 days, but you could see all of us on both days. And it was different set lists and everything. It was really, really great, really fun. So I'm glad we had 2 days, because honestly, if it was 1 day, even if it was a bigger venue, we would have had way less appearances. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah, that was also a big change that I think last time Japanese and ID guests, they were like just performing in their own groups, so to say. But this time they were mixed in with the Ian members. Why no Chimera? Well, Chimera! Because I literally just had performed it at Fest in the same year. I know Chimera is really hype, but if I get 1 solo, I thought I should give it to a song that has not been performed in the same year on a real stage yet. And Pineapple was that. And also, I did think, even though Pineapple may have not been like the biggest success out of all of my songs, I still think it would be a great live song. And I have proven that point. Because everybody was singing along. I'm going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It tastes so, so, so sweet when you go and kiss me. Yeah, everybody was singing Pineapple. So happy. Yeah, my choreographer, she was literally in the crowd. The lady of ladies, Kiana, was in the crowd. She choreographed Pineapple and Hinotori and so on. She was there on the right day. She wasn't there on day 2. And she also, sadly, she wasn't at the World Tour concert either. I did Sleep Talking, which was also her choreography. But she did get to see day 1, which I must say is lucky, because if she went to day 2, she wouldn't have seen pineapple and stuff. Like, day 1 was definitely the better day for a KFP. I think both days were great, but as a KFP, you got more Wawa out of day 1, I guess. Yeah, so she like... she witnessed in the crowd like how everybody was like singing along to the song and how I was dancing her choreo and all that. I'm sure that must have felt really special to her. I felt so happy. So yeah, she lives in New York, which is why I ended up meeting up with her, and I'll tell you all about that too. But yeah, what else? Yeah. So there was so much like waiting time. But also like rehearsals and stuff, and it was really cool. Like during rehearsal, like we could like, you know, as long as it wasn't our part, and we could sit in the seats and like watch it. Yeah, watch what the others were doing and like hear it and all that. And I would look around at this venue and like, wow, this is gonna be filled with all the people, all the fans. Amazing. And like I was like checking out how it looked like from the other seats, like to very left in the back and so on. Okay, the view wasn't the best over there, but it was really good in the middle. It looked so cool in the middle. It was just hype. I thought it was really funny, like the transitions when the stage kind of changed and the taxis would like drive off, and then there was like fucking Transformers moment. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Everybody was like, what the fuck is happening? What does this mean? But another thing I thought was really cute, those the Transformer set would like, at the end of the concert would like go down. Like kind of like curtains. It's like shutters closing from above, going down. And we were like, wave, 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 wave. That was cute. That was cute. Represented wholly and perfectly? What, the fucking taxis going to Transformers? Nani? How? I thought it looked really cute. Really, really lovely. Nice stage set. I felt like it was fascinating to me. It really looked like a real stage. Like, obviously, it was a real stage, right? But like, maybe depending on the view you had, not so much. But like, it really looked like a. I mean, okay, the taxis maybe not so much, but like, so much of it just looked so real to me. And whoa, yeah, the effect was so cool. Really. And I was so happy, like, I wish they would do the whole, like, showing fans thing, longer. I wish they would do it longer, because, like, I got so excited, like, it's always fun to watch, and then they show, like, they didn't even focus on a KFP in that moment, but KFP, employee was standing on the side, and then people saw the KFP, and this specific KFP was, like, super hype about being on camera, and was really proudly repping the whole KFP attire. And then people saw that and started chanting KFP, 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 and it made me cry already right at the beginning before things even started. Just made me so happy. Was that you? You and your wife? Whoa! Thank you, if that was you. Wow! They showed KFP also on like different occasions, but this one moment really got me because it got everybody to chant KFP and made me feel so proud. And then the other girls were like, wow, KFP is so loud. And I'm like, yeah, we gotta, you know, we're not like the most like here, like we're not number one in terms of numbers, but we're really loud and we gotta be loud. And thank you so much for showing me so much love. Oh. Unfortunately, now we are PFK. For that MC, Ina already talked about it, I think, and said, you know, I came up with the WAV. Yeah, behind the scenes, I was like, I guess if we still do the wave, you could do the wave, but you call it the WAV. How about that? Oh my god, so fucking genius. And I wanted to do this like. I feel kind of meh because like maybe we should have focused on wave and doing something else, because in the end every single MC on day 2 was doing call and response. I don't know if that was maybe too much. Was that too much, guys? Did it feel like too much? I'm sorry, because I really wanted to do call and response this time, because I thought of this thing, like if I make people shout letters, then I could mess them up and I could be like P F K P P F F K F F K P and so on. I wanted to mess it up completely. I wanted to go like here and there and back and forth. I wanted to completely mix it up. In the end, I only did it like once with PFK because we were under time pressure and I felt like I didn't want to hog it too much. But ideally, I would have gone on for a while. And then I said I want to, if only you guys would have done it on your own, but of course, why would you do that? So I had to initiate it, but I really wanted to have a wrap it up call, because we were already doing so many call and response things, right? So might as well, because I had to think of the time when I did the MC with Gura at Fes, and we were so over time, and staff was like signing to us, wrap it up, in Japanese. Yeah, it was too fast. Next time, if I do an MC ever again, feel free to just after 5 minutes or so, out of nowhere, just go for it. Just say, wrap it up. No, that's kind of difficult. That's difficult. I feel like I have to initiate it if I want to hear that. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Or I wish they would just play some music, like in the award shows. I want them as a joke to just like play music at the end of my MC slowly, and I'm like, oh fuck it, I know. That'd be so funny. But the idea was pretty spontaneous, and even if it wasn't spontaneous, they probably would not have accommodated my wish to play some BGM randomly just for my MC. It would have been so funny though. Yeah, so I don't know. I was like spending a lot of time like waiting. So during the waiting time, because we were there the whole day, mamma mia. So long. We spent so much time there. So we basically ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. More or less. But in the free time, I was smart. I brought my birthday limited edition Polaroids to sign from Japan to America. I brought them with me. So I was signing a bunch of them while I was waiting behind the scenes. Yeah, being actually productive and efficient. Yeah. And then, I don't know, our room with all the girls in it was fun, and you know, we had a lot of interesting moments. Mostly I was just observing them, like them screaming their fucking lungs out when they were playing cards, or I don't know if anybody mentioned a certain like cringe dating phone game being played, and girls gathering around it and screaming like I don't think anybody mentioned that one yet. It was mentioned, really? They were losing their minds over it. And then me and Nerissa, we were just like sitting like across them, like thinking, why? And thinking to ourselves, like we said it to each other, like honestly, like I don't care about this. If it was a girl, I would be more interested. And they were so I was like, yeah, right? I know. Yeah. Give us the same game, but with a girl, maybe. With a woman. Mystic message. Yeah, it might have been it. Something like that, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know if it was exactly that, but it was surely something similar. And I left the room somewhere during that, and then staff, like managers and so on, they were like, what are you girls all screaming about in there? We can hear you so loud. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. They are just really excited. Bruh. The Shiori and Nerissa Mama, that was cute and shocking, but so cute. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Is there something else? Oh, I stole some. I found, like, you know, they had so much good food and snacks. So I took a shit ton of Twixes because I saw so many Twixes. So I took them with me and ate them all on the airplane. Yeah, the food was really good. They had so much food. They had a lot of, like, fruit and desserts and cakes and stuff, but also, of course, like, proper, like, dishes. They had corn on the cob! They had corn on the cob! I was so excited about the corn! I had so much corn. I generally was, like, again, not really having an appetite, so I didn't eat with all of the other girls. I, like, waited until the last moment, and then I was like, I have to eat, I guess. And I saw they had corn. I was like, okay, I can have corn anytime. Corn. Yeah. I'm glad America likes corn as much as I do. No way, somebody was using corn cobs as glow sticks? What? Sometimes to our detriment, I'm sure. Okay. I think is that it? Wait, let me check my attentions. Am I missing something important? I noticed, like, okay, so one more thing from my MC, because did you notice how I thanked the staff and all that? I had that planned since, like, Fest. Because I realized, like, after Fest was over, I was like, in all of these MCs, like, nobody ever, like, thanks the staff and all that. And I was like, that's actually weird. I'm sure, like, we all are thankful for the staff for putting everything together. We all are. But I think we're all, like, too nervous to, like, mention anything. And also the suggestions that they give for what we talk about in the MCs don't mention any of that. So we just kind of go off of what they suggest mostly. And then nobody even ever thinks about it. But I was thinking, like, in other concerts, like, they would often, like, have a moment where they thank the band, right? They're like, give it up for the drums and the keyboard and this and that. And, yeah, I just felt like, ever since Fest, like, literally since, what was it, March? I was like, okay, for the EN concert, if I get to do an MC, I need to, like, give a moment to the people who are putting this together. Ollie was crying. I saw, like, a bunch of her, like, reactions. Yeah. Aww. She's so sweet. She kind of went very feral here and there. Yeah. Yeah, I also heard, like, obviously, I mean, it was, had to hear it and feel it. On day one, like, we were really delayed because it took so much time to get people into the venue. Probably because you guys, like, a lot of you guys came from the convention, so you had so much, like, baggage to be checked through, and that took so much time. So yeah, sorry about that. On the next day, they started earlier and went through it kind of faster. So thank God there was only a 5-minute delay on the second day. Yeah. That's a bit difficult when it's like on the same days as a convention. Hmm? Sorry, replying to a message. Oh, I'm not asleep. What the hell? Psst. Why would I be sleeping? Okay, maybe because I'm up since 4 a.m., but... Sleep talking. In my dreams, I'm sleep talking. All these nights it's you. Okay. How's the after party? Should I just jump straight to that? I guess I could. Okay. So Calli, Calli, I have to say, like, there was like this moment where, okay, we're all back, right? And we're like waiting to go to the after party, and Calli realizes something behind the scenes and notifies us that there's a problem with our after party venue. And in that moment, I knew. I talked to her about it later, but I knew. Oh, Calli certainly was... how to describe? I know her pretty well by now. And she always, you know, wants to organize things for us. And then so often things will go, like, wrong for her. Doesn't matter if it's, like, when it's a stream that she planned and... either a solo or a collaboration, and then things just don't go right, or something IRL, you know, like, things always seem to, like, kind of go wrong. She's very cursed in that sense. So I knew that the moment she wrote that, like, please wait, like, something's wrong with our venue, I knew that she was probably, like, really stressed and having a breakdown or something, or felt really bad about it, and I was just like, later on, I was like, Calli, I know how you must have felt in that moment. Don't worry about it, okay? Things turned out really great. And I'm sure you felt really bad when it happened. And I know you, Calli. I know you. Yeah, just kind of trying to cheer her up because she... I feel bad, like how does she end up in these situations all the time? But she shouldn't feel too bad about it. Like the fact that she, like, oh, thanks for the raid. Hello, we're chit-chatting, we're tangenting a lot about New York. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, the fact that she always tries to put things together for us. You know, she really tries to please everybody, but things will go wrong sometimes, and that's okay. But we're really, I think, all grateful that somebody put something together in the first place, because we were all, like, so occupied with our minds. And it's actually incredible that she can do it, because she's already, like, one of the busiest people among us. And the fact that she still takes time to do stuff like that is amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's change this into after party. So after party, yeah, we ended up, I guess somebody already mentioned Rooftop. We ended up on one of many of New York's beautiful rooftops. We were on a rooftop, and it was so beautiful. Can't believe that this was the emergency choice. Gorgeous. It was such an amazing view. I saw so many beautiful buildings up there. Yes, of course, we were on top of the Empire State Building. And yeah, I feel like, you know, we're not really party people. We're mostly like introverted people, so we weren't like dancing or anything. But they were playing music, and we got drinks, and we got food. Calli got us a huge order of canes, which I think she says is her favorite chicken in America. I'm glad she is the same as me when it comes to like bones. So she got no bone chicken. It's good, but it's expensive. Oh, the sauce, yeah, the sauce was good. We had like no cutlery, so it was a bit difficult to eat the coleslaw. But yeah, chicken tenders and lots of fries. And the thing is, like, she ordered so much more food than we needed, because like we were mostly just like talents and a few managers, and she thought that there would be so much more like staff also coming. She didn't give like a clear invitation to them, so they ended up, you know, going somewhere else. But she assumed that they would come, so we had like so much food. Holy shit! Yeah, no plates either. But thank you for taking care of us, Calli. Apparently we got like Yago to pay for it in the end. Thank you, Yago. Because first it was like there was no. This all just happened because of Calli. Like, you know, there was no like after party or anything planned from the management side. So thank you, Calli. And thank you, Yago, for being convinced to pay for the food. Yeah, I just had like a mocktail, but some of the girls ordered cocktails. And yeah, you guys already heard it, but like Iris really stood out to me. Crony too, partially, but Crony and Iris were like sticking together a lot of the time. And there was like, yeah, Crony and Iris were sticking together. Ina and Bae were sticking together. Fuamoko obviously was sticking together. Calli was just kind of everywhere. Yeah, Anemachi and Suisei obviously were sticking together. I was like kind of like sticking with Ame most of the time. But I noticed that Iris was... I don't think I ever saw her drunk before. She gets like so talkative, of course, but like she's so smiley. She just won't stop smiling. She's smiling so much when she's drunk. And it's so cute. Like she just couldn't stop smiling with an open mouth too. Like she was just so and she talked so much, and then she uses her hands way more too. Like her arms and her hands were flailing around. She was so excited to join conversations. So there was this one time where because like during the dating game thing on the phone, Suisei senpai did not like experience that moment. So I was like telling Suisei senpai about it. Kind of like to have a fun talking topic, you know. I thought that would be funny to her, and then the other girls would get embarrassed, and then everybody would be like, "No, that's embarrassing!" No, you know, I thought it would be a funny moment, so I told Suisei senpai about it, and then she was like curious, and so I told the culprit. I'm not gonna say who, but I told the culprit who brought it up on their phone in the first place to show it to Suisei senpai. And she got very embarrassed, of course. And then eventually we managed to show it to Suisei senpai, and the whole thing basically just repeated itself. Everybody got like kya, kya, kya! All over it again, because there's like this moment where you have to, I guess, like shave the guy's face. I was like cringing at it, man. But everybody got excited. Yeah, it's very interesting. And then Suisei senpai. Let's see. I have a picture of this, but I think it's like out of. It's not in the right order. So let me pull it up separately. Where is it? Where is it? Suisei senpai got us a cake. A huge cake. Which again, we were like, oh fuck, we don't have cutlery. How do we... At least we managed to get a knife at that point. Where the hell is that cake picture? Oh, maybe I didn't save it properly. Oh. It already exists? Okay. Cake. Cake. Here it is. Red velvet cake! Whoa! Yum. Oh my god. You see, it's kind of a mess. It's a little bit of a mess, yeah. It like was very cheesecakey. Is red velvet cake always like cheesecake? Well, that was kind of like her sashi ide, so to say. Nice dessert. Otherwise, we would have had no dessert. So this was a great idea from Suisei Senpai. Ah, not usually? Ah, okay, then it was like a red velvet cheesecake, like collaboration. Yeah. Usually, not always? So, Suisei Senpai がみんなのためになんか差し入れとして、くれたんですよ。優しい。デザートがめちゃくちゃ大きなケーキでしたね。Sounds bomb! Thank you, Suisei Senpai. And then Suisei Senpai, like, eventually, like, you know, we would, like, go around and talk in different groups and this and that, but Suisei Senpai eventually, like, went to me and hit me up. She was like, Kiara, tell me about the accent suit. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she really liked my what I've done so far with the accent suit and was like considering getting one for herself. So I told her about it and I got her into contact with Genma, or like her manager in contact with my manager so that they could figure it out, because the company is from Europe. They don't have like Japanese communication and all that. So yeah, just like helping her out to get a suit of her own. She said that, you know, it might be like convenient for her for some things. Yes. What's that? It's a motion capture suit that, you know, I use when I'm at home and I want to do stuff like record choreographies for music video, etc. Yeah. We talked a little bit about like other methods and this and that, but I was explaining her how it works and everything. Yeah, she watched like the Fever Night workout stream thing as well, apparently. Like, probably she just watched a clip of it, but yeah. The booty! Yeah, she must have seen the booty. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Mamma mia. So maybe we'll get a few more people wearing accents in the future. And maybe then the company will like be able to make our own hololive application more how to say, compatible with accents in general, because currently it's not very compatible. As we have talked about before. Yeah, and then, so, you know, at the venue, like, you know, I got a massage from Crony, right? And that was really nice. She's so good. And I really needed a massage. As always, I need a massage every fucking day. But I was praising her a lot. I was saying, oh my god, Crony, you're the best. You're so good. Yeah, that's the spot. Yeah, up there. Maybe a little bit more to the right. Oh, yeah, that's the spot, Crony. And, at the after party, somehow she decides to massage me again. I was like, eh? Again? Really? What? You want to massage me again? No way. And she's like, yeah, lie down there, because we had like sofas. So she's like really serious about it. Because she did say before, like when she first massaged me, she was like, oh, this is really bad. Like, you should lay down for this, actually. But yeah, so I laid down this time. Wow. She was already kind of like, you know, she had alcohol in her body. So maybe it came from that. She was just like in the mood. But so I lay down and I'm just like I feel kind of She massages me and like happy and it goes on for a while, quite long. She really like gets into it, you know. And then after Crowley, don't watch this. After a while, we kind of get up and like she talks to someone and it seems to be the end of it, right? But like she's talking to someone and I feel like, oh man, she massaged me so long and she massaged other people too. And I feel like, you know, maybe somebody needs to massage Crony for once. So I go behind her and like I suddenly, while she's talking to someone, I suddenly start massaging her shoulders and she likes it. Cause I get compliments about my massages too, you know? But she normally, like, she uses her elbow only, pretty much. And I don't know, I didn't really try that before. I normally just use my hands and go around the shoulders a little bit. I can't do that much because I'm weak too. But then I do it for a while and she's enjoying it. So I really want to, like, continue longer because she did my massage for so long. But then I notice I'm getting so weak. And I tell her, like, oh man, now I know why you go with the elbow because my my hands are dying. But she likes it. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe, you know, that maybe you can lie down and I'll try my elbow. And she's like, yeah, okay. And she teaches me how to use the elbow, you know, this and that. And I'm like, is this good here? Is this good here? Because she's lying down on the sofa. And I'm like... I was feeling embarrassed. But I wanted to give her something back, you know? And I was improving my technique. So I massaged her for a while. And then she tells me to, you know, she massaged me again. So we were in this endless massage cycle and like give and take, you know. It was pretty wholesome. I was kind of flustered and so happy about Crony even approaching me. Yeah, you know, like, I don't know, me and Crony, I feel like we've been getting along forever, you know, but like, it's not like we have a million collabs and a million interactions. I just feel like, you know, when we played Diablo and so on, like, we did get along, but then at the same time, you know, like, she's this cool type of person, you know? Cool personality, cool vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know if she really likes me as a person, or if this is just business, I don't know. So I'm like, unsure, and my brainworms tell me that everybody hates me, you know, so I'm not sure. But then after all this massaging, like at the end of the day or the evening, like, you know, when we say goodbyes and good nights to each other, she's like, let's collab again sometime. And I'm like, ugh. And I like I try not to cry because I'm kind of like feeling so touched that like she wants to collab with me. What? Trying to not cry, really. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm just really happy that you like me. So and she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's no reason because we do get along, like the times when we did like collab, but I'm generally like, I'm really like not sure, like sometimes if people like me, so and then when you ask me directly, I'm just so happy about it. Because it felt genuine, right? When somebody asks you, because I'm always the one asking, you know, so I'm not sure anymore, you know, at that point. So like, Sony asked me, and I'm like, oh my god, Sony, I love you. She was so sweet. I'm gonna cry now. She was so sweet. I love Sony. Yeah. So I'm gonna, I'll have to think of something. I don't know what we could do, but I'll think of something. Yeah, she said so too. Like, she's bad at asking people. She usually doesn't ask people for collabs, and she just like waits for people to ask her. And I said, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like that. So it's I don't know. It's nice to be asked for once. All of you are like that. That's not true. I'm not like that. For centuries, I have asked people for collabs. Yeah. I love Corny. So yeah. Now we all had fun. Yeah, we all felt like so. I feel like, I don't know, this whole experience. I feel like we all bonded so much in these few days. It was really special experience to us, and I don't know. It's this special feeling that is hard to describe and hard to recreate, and something that only we understand. Yeah, we were all really moved, and yeah, we grew closer as a branch, and we had a great time together. Also, I bonded a lot with Calli's mom again. Calli's mom was there, and I I talked so much because like we met before, right? So when we like reunited, I was like, oh my god, Mama Mori! And she was happy to see a familiar face too. And so I talked a lot with her. I talked about how Calli was when she was a baby. I don't know, like right next to Calli. We were sitting right next to Calli, like getting transported away from the venue afterwards. And like we saw you guys like outside of the venue. We were like watching. Oh my god, there's so many people like swarming out of the venue and wearing their merch, and it goes on and on and on and on for miles. But anyway, like I was sitting next to mommy Mori, and we're like, yeah, I'm just making small talk, asking her how it was for her, and if she had fun, and how was Calli when she was a baby. and then I don't know how we got to this topic. Did we get to this topic? I don't know. But she told me she likes Vikings, the show. And I'm like, oh my god, I just finished watching Vikings Valhalla and watched Vikings like originally too. And then we start talking, like we get so hyped, we're like screaming at each other like, oh my god, yeah, she's so great, this and that. And then I was like, oh, but I really didn't like the towards the end of the Vikings show, because like the sons, when they're all grown up, there's this one guy, he's like so fucked up, and it's like so annoying how he's such a piece of shit, like he's so unlikable as a character. You know, there's like evil people and but they're still like kind of likable, but this guy was really unlikable. She was like, yeah, Ragnar, I get it, I understand, you know, this and that. And she's like, oh, I really love Lagafa. I think that was her name. And I'm like, yeah, me too, yeah, she's so cool, right? Her hair is so cool too, and oh my god, she's such a badass. And then we talk a little bit about Valhalla and this and that, and she just really likes Vikings, you know. And then I was like, okay, but if you like Vikings, what about Game of Thrones and like House of the Dragon? She's like, oh, I didn't watch that yet. And I'm like, oh my god, you have to. If you like Vikings, you're gonna like that too. Oh, she also watched Last Kingdom, yeah. And then when, you know, I started recommending all these shows to her that she didn't watch yet, and she recommends me other shows, and we go back and forth, and I realized like, oh my god, this woman, she has the same taste in shows as me. Like she likes like medieval and shows and fantasy shows, but also like when they're based on history, even better. So I told her like, oh my god, there's so many shows on Amazon that you need to watch that I already went through. And she's like, oh, I only have Netflix. I'm like, you gotta get yourself the others. Like, oh my god, these are so good. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I said, I'm gonna write you this whole list of shows that you haven't seen yet that you need to get into. And she was like, yeah, please do, please do. I'm waiting for it. And she was gonna send me, was it a video or a book? She told me that there's either a video or a book that she read or saw about what things that you do that cats will not like if you do it, or something like that. I don't know. I was like, oh my god, I need to see that because it's actually interesting. And so she's gonna send me that like through Calli. But I think like we have so many things to talk about, I might just have to like get in contact directly with Calli's mother. We can't just go through Calli the whole time. I have so much to talk about with her. I gotta get her number. Yeah. And she's so sweet. She's really like so nice and sweet and proud, and yeah, we talked so much. Sweet mama. I was saying like, man, would be nice if like one day my mom can also like watch a concert in person. I don't know. For that, I feel like it would have to be a concert in Europe at least. Would be nice if she could like experience that with her own eyes in person. At least once. So, let me see. Tangent list check. Yeah, I don't know. I wrote down Rooftop. Oh my god, wow. View is so American. I think what I was trying to say is like, this was not just in the after party. I just generally noticed this the moment I arrived. Until the very end, like, this kind of view is so American. Like, I can't get this in Austria, obviously. But it's also kind of different from Japan. Japan, like, Tokyo has a lot of skyscrapers too. But I feel like the New York skyline and the buildings and everything was very unique and really beautiful. And wow. I like how I was so excited because I felt like I was literally in GTA 4 when I was there. Like the brown buildings. There were some non-brown, more modern buildings too, but I really like the brown buildings. It gave me the GTA 4 vibe, and I just kind of like it because brown, you may think brown buildings are ugly, but no, it wasn't ugly. It just felt like kind of classic and old, and it just had its own kind of taste and uniqueness to it. Liberty City, baby! Yeah. It was really, really nice to see these buildings. Like, I ended up not seeing the Empire State Building up close. I saw other cool buildings, but I couldn't make it to the Empire State Building. But I saw it from afar, and honestly, I felt like maybe it's... I don't need to go there and see it up close or go up, because I feel like I've been in a lot of like cities all over the world already, and I've been in high buildings several times, you know, high buildings where you go up and then you look at the whole city, and first of all, it kind of feels weird to be up there and look at the whole city. It just doesn't feel real, if you know what I mean. Can't quite take it in, I feel like. Yeah, far view is better. Like, look at the huge buildings from afar and see the whole skyline, take it in. I saw the Empire State Building several times from afar, and it's really gorgeous. During the daytime and during nighttime, it's gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm quite satisfied with that. There was one time in the after party where, like, I noticed Calli separated herself from the groups and set herself alone onto one of the sofas, but like not in a sad way. She like sits down with this smile, this content, just happy, satisfied smile. She sits down with her arms like spread over the top of the couch and the sofa, and then her legs also spread. And she just like leans back and just smiles, and I'm observing her, and I'm noticing, and I'm like, she's happy. And I noticed though that like she looks to me like you know, one of these like rich rappers, just like being cool. So I go over to her and I'm like, you know, you look to me like one of those rappers. I felt like you needed a bitch by your side. Sit down next to her, because she's like kind of man-spreading, and her arms like, you know, also spread like straight to the side. Feels like she needs a lady around her, you know. So I sat down. I'm like, I felt like you needed a bitch by your side. And I wanted to lend her company. She didn't seem like sad about sitting alone in that moment. She chose to sit alone in that moment and take it in. But I felt like, you know, I've been like bonding a lot with Calli, and I wanted to like be by her side. I was like, Calli, let me sit next to you. Let me be your bitch. Yeah. She had a happy moment, and we were chilling there for a while together, talking. So like, right, she really loves canes and all that, and she was like, she also ordered a shit ton of like big containers filled with, a few of them were filled with lemonade, and a few of them were filled with the iced tea that you get at Cane's. And now I have to criticize you guys, America. What the fuck is in your iced teas? Like, that tasted so disgustingly sweet, and I love sweet things. How much fucking sugar is in that, guys? That was disgusting. Calli said that it's really good, and she really likes the iced teas from Cane's, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I took a whole jug because we had so much left over. So I took the whole jug, and I was like, I guess I'll drink this tomorrow. But I tried it, and it's like not good. It's like, I like sweet iced teas like Nestea or like whatever, Fuse tea, all these like sweet iced teas, right? And then I like the Japanese iced teas that they, like when you order iced tea in the cafes, they give you not the typical Nestea or whatever, they give you like a normal tea but chilled, right? But that's also different. This is like an in-between thing. And I noticed it was not just the Cane's one. I ordered a sweetened iced tea on a separate occasion too, from some restaurant, and it tasted the same way. It was ew. Like sweet, but like the wrong sweetness. The different wrong sweetness. What is this? It's bad. Like, no wonder, like, oh my god. I hear the whole time about how American food is just so unhealthy, and so processed and this and that. Like, if this is how your iced tea tastes, I'm sorry, but like, ew. Yeah, high fructose. Is that what it tastes when you put like a lot of high fructose corn syrup into a drink? Oh my god. That's why you guys love it. You guys, your taste buds took it into my veins. Oh my god. You guys are so messed up. I can't help you. I can't save you. It just tasted so wrong. What does this mean? Ah! What does this... I think, yeah. This is such a random tangent. Just a small moment, but I thought you guys might like it. So Calli was carrying a backpack at some point. And... like, let's say, you see, imagine Calli wearing a backpack, facing Bibu, small Bibu, talking to each other. Then Calli turns around, because, like, we're leaving the place that we're standing in. She turns around, and because Bibu is so small, the backpack of Calli smacks Bibu into her face. Yeah, and she's like, ah! And Calli doesn't even notice, and I just watched it happen, transpire, and Bibu's like, ah! Ow! She's like, oh man. The curse of being small. Yeah. Oh yeah, did you guys notice in Breaking Dimensions, Pineapple was kind of sounding different. It had to be remade. Apparently we lost the stems. Even Kira didn't have the stems anymore. Like, we had the instrumental as a whole, but not the single stems that are needed to put it together. And for these like concerts, we need the stems separately, not just like the instrumental. So it was remade by the person who made like Sleep Talking. That's why it sounded kind of different. I was confused too. But it sounded nice. Oh, you know, originally, a long time ago, when Breaking Dimensions was being planned, they were like giving us this like stuff to fill out, and we're like, how would you like to break dimensions? And I'm like, They just wanted like general ideas and this and that, what we want to do. And so I'm thinking really hard about this. How can we actually break dimensions? And I brought up an idea that was not being used in the end. Did I tell this? Did I tell this before? But I said, I wrote, please, we as 3D girls, we can never actually crowd surf. And that's so sad. But no, Giant Idols, that's my FES feedback. This is my hololive English Break Dimensions feedback. Or not feedback, it was feed before. I said, can you, because we can't crowd surf, right? But maybe we can. How about we break dimensions by putting like these cutouts of ourselves, cardboard cutouts, maybe during the MC or so. I don't know. Put it on the stage and then let us like crowd surf with the cardboard cutouts. Please. That way, we would be breaking dimensions, wouldn't we? Because we're like leaving the screen and crowd surfing. And I think I even said like, let us leave, like walk off the screen, so to say, in the moment where we put the cardboard cutouts up and give it to the crowd to crowd surf. But I don't know why they would not accept my idea. I think it was a great idea. But they did not go with it, evidently. Maybe another time. Also, like, man, I've met Shiori on several occasions by now, but like, I just wanted to say, like, oh my god, her movements are so cute. Especially when she's like... Actually, like, it was really interesting to watch Shiori and Nerissa do their thing. Like, because I feel like Nerissa gets so into it. And she's like, she raises her arms a lot. Have you noticed? Like, and she goes into this power stance a lot. And then Shiori is very like bouncy and like she's like, it's so cute. They have like really different antics. It's so cute. That's what I noticed about their MC. All you think about is the kiss. But that was funny. That was for real funny. Yeah. Oh, one more thing I apparently, according to my tangents, wanted to talk about is how one of my units that they put me into was basically EN birds. So Nerissa, Mume, and me. And the song was chosen by me because the girls just didn't make a suggestion. I keep on choosing songs for these things. Like FES also, like previously the unit song that I did with, who was it? Ina, Ahmed, and so on. I chose that song. That was an idol song. And then another time, like my unit song with Chloe, I chose that song too. Sometimes they just don't, the others don't make any suggestions, or they're not sure and they just go with what I want to do. Yeah. So in this case too, nobody really made suggestions. So I made a couple and then we agreed that this one would be a great choice because I feel like generally for a Western audience, I feel like cool songs are more popular and fitting, while when you're performing in Japan, cutesy songs, cutesy idol songs will be very well received. Cool songs as well, but I think on a Western audience, you might want to bring out more cool songs than cutesy idol songs. Even though, I mean, I'm sure you guys would enjoy anything, but I thought if we want to do something that leaves a great impression, then we should do a cool song. So that's why I suggested that one. And I would suggest like English songs, but there's just really not much choice in terms of English songs. But they had a few English words in there. And the thing is, like, Nerissa and Mume are such incredible, insane singers, so I felt a little bit nervous about joining in on that. Because they're just so good. But I hope I did not, like, stand out negatively next to them. Yeah, but I think we had a really great performance. Yeah. And crowd went kind of crazy over that one. They went kind of crazy, so I thought like, oh yeah. That was a good song choice, a good unit. That's good. Oh yeah, like I actually... you like those body rolls? They're by the courtesy of me. Because like, when we first got like choreography draft, I was like, this is not what I like. And then I requested changes in, especially like that part in the chorus, and kind of asked for something pretty specific. And that's why it became that. Body rolls, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Mume and Fauna, that was funny. That was interesting. I did not expect that at all. That was quite something. Their unit song. I was like, what? What is this? That's really unique. It's not a phase. They should sing retrospective, yeah! Mume and Fauna. Where's my water bottle? I'm dying. Oh, as Nerissa would say, I'm like literally dying. Oh my god. Ah, here. I need to perform retrospective first. One day maybe, but like generally I know it's really cool and it would do really well, but in cases where I only get like one solo song per like live concert, that's not really what I would want to perform, because I feel like the reason also why, you know, some people maybe do cover songs, and I always go for original songs of mine. First of all, because I have plenty of original songs, and I feel like they deserve to be performed because they're great. But also because I feel like there's this like, at Fest and hololive English concert and so on, so many fans of others are watching, right? People who not necessarily watch me. And so I think it's like one of the biggest exposure opportunities that I can come across. So that's why I would want to perform an original song to represent myself as myself. And also, well, retrospective may be an original song, but it's not really my general direction in music. So if I only get one song to perform, I feel like I want it to be a song that represents me the best. The way I am and what I usually do. Okay, so next. La 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 la. Wanna do some bird watching? That's a... Yes! I also hung out with Ame and my choreographer. Oh, you've been watching for 2 hours. Shut up. That was really special. Yeah. That's really special. I somehow was kind of twinning with my choreographer for some reason. We had like very similar outfits for some reason. And yeah, Ame again being very knowledgeable in New York was a great tourist guide, once again, more than Kiana, my choreographer who lives in New York for her whole life. Wait, where did the BGM go? What the hell? So she lives in New York her whole life, but like she did not like know much and was lost, and Ame was definitely our tour guide. And so we went to some places that I still had on my bucket list, so to say. Okay, that's something else. Okay. New York people might recognize some stuff here. A cube and some bony structure. Yeah, and the new World Trade Center. Yippee! But this thing on the left, we were inside of that too. I think that's the same building, yeah? It's crazy. There's some train station, right? Yeah. And so, if you're in it, you notice it more. But this, when you're in it, it definitely 100% feels like you're inside of the body of a whale. And I was pointing it out, and turns out that's really what it's supposed to kind of be. When you get further, like this is kind of supposed to be the rib cage of it. And when you get further to the front, I feel like I saw like really like a spine of it. Like, I guess everything at the top here in the middle is also a spine. But there was a part that looked even more like a spine. Yeah, I don't know, like, is it okay to say? I'm sure it's okay to say, I guess, but I did see, because it's really close to this, obviously, I did see the memorial, and it was so beautiful. It was so fascinating and beautiful. I stared at it for quite a while. Yeah. All the, like, waterfall, it's like a huge waterfall. It goes down, and then it goes straight, and then it goes down again. It's really beautiful. It felt, yeah, humbling. Yeah, it felt really special. I don't think I've ever seen something like that ever before. Yeah. And that was gorgeous. So I'm glad I saw that. And there's like all the names of the people who were inside of it, like written on the fence. Yeah. Respects. Pay my respects. I could have like watched it for ages because it had such a special effect on me, I feel like. So, but in here, I don't know if is this the next picture? No, damn it. But okay. I made use of the subway of New York, and it was not such a scary experience. I thought it would be scary. I really wanted to avoid it, but I felt safe because I was with Ame and Kiana, somebody who lives their whole life in New York and somebody who spent some years in New York, and both of them, you know, I feel like they would protect me. It wasn't dirty at all, and orange seats are very exciting. I felt like it was Wawa colored, so yeah. Nothing weird happened. I mean, I wasn't on it for very long, and I only used it like once, but it felt like everything was chill and cool. It wasn't crowded. No. I'm sure there's something weird going on there quite often, but it didn't happen in my situation. Nothing weird happened, so I'm glad. Yeah, I got pretzels from Auntie Anne's. Like, we came by the store and like this smell. Imagine the smell, because like the smell was amazing. And literally, it's so funny because like I was being enticed by the smell. And ironically, their advertisement says like something like, you can't resist the smell or something like that. And I literally couldn't. So I got myself some of these pretzel bites. And I shared them with Kiana because Ame obviously can't eat it. Yeah. But she was recommending it too. Like, she had it before, I think. And oh Oh yeah, I also got a drink. So Ame recommended me the mango a-go-go. So I got the mango a-go-go. It's very good, strong mango taste. Very good. Yeah, Ame can't eat it. So sad. But I shared it with Kiana. And they were really good. They were really fluffy and buttery. And I mean, pretzels are kind of from the German-speaking area originally. And so I would say, oh my god, Gigi rate 2? I would say that our pretzels are of course even superior, but these are really good too. These were really nice. I was enjoying them a lot. Hello! Hello! Welcome! You want to see something orange? Here. I was in the New York subway. So exciting. Let's go. A delicious pretzel. Yes! Yes! It was really yummy. The drink too. We shared everything. And yeah, went to the Statue of Liberty! And with that, I would like to present to you. Please everybody stand for the national anthem of USA! 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 Wait. Okay, go.
National anthem is, yeah. I can sing.
Thank you, America. We love you. Good night.
Ame sang for us a national anthem. Let's go! Good night. Yeah, I felt like a talk show host in that moment. I was so emotionally moved by Ame's beautiful rendition of the anthem. I was like, Ame, sing. Sing now. It was so crowded, so I feel like nobody really... She sang pretty quietly, so I don't think anybody really noticed. Like, everybody was minding their own business pretty much. Never felt more proud. Me too! Like, I felt so American in that moment. Wait, on the way though, like, I took another video. Like, I was like bird watching. And I think this is in my pictures too, though. Oh, no, this is something else. Oh. Wait. Okay, there's this whole story. But I saw birds, like pigeons, that really concerned me. I was like, is this normal pigeon behavior? Are there any pigeon experts? Because, these were really, like, weird. Like they were kind of looking, they were chilling, like, and like kind of laying sideways. And they looked like they were melting, but not really from the heat. They just felt like they were melting. They were all like sitting and it just felt so unusual. Sometimes they would get up and like peck the floor. And I don't know, it's just weird. It was weird. They do that, really? Is it just New York pigeons? They did seem to have fun in their little bird bath because here, they were just so cute and fluffy. They're fatter than Austrian pigeons, I will say that.
Oh my god, this is so cute.
Oh, that baby. I like how they're doing it all together, like in a pack.
They're flocking together.
They're fighting.
There's so cute. I was watching them so long because they were so fluffy. And like into the water. So cute. But then some of them were like just melting on the floor and I felt like, are they okay? What's wrong with them? But I guess it's probably fine, right? I just wonder if they're okay. But they're probably fine. So... I already showed you our arrival, so to say, at the Statue of Liberty, but let me tell you a story. The Bridge of Bel Air. No, let me tell you a story. Yeah, so we may have gotten scammed. So basically, we walked towards Battery Park. And this is so funny because previously I was told by some of the girls who attempted to go to the Statue of Liberty that Battery Park was closed and they were like really aggressively what's the word? Really aggressively what's the word of people went up to them really aggressively, like, hey, go buy trip to Statue of Liberty. Approached, that's the word I was looking for, thank you. Very aggressively approached by all these like scammers, right? And I was like, okay, good to know. Because I'm still planning to go there. Good to know. I'll be careful of that. And I thought, anyway, I'm with Ame, who definitely can stand her ground. And if anybody, I would trust her to save me from this. And then Kiana, who was born and raised, lives her whole life in New York. Like, this is not gonna happen to me. So we walk over, and we're kind of like walking from pretty far away. And then when we reach the point of Battery Park, we see that it's closed off, kind of, partially. Like there's like some construction going on. And we walk over a street and we see lots of people in blue vests talking up people. And the moment we cross the street, they immediately come up to us and are like, hey, you got a ticket? And then Ame's like, yeah, which we don't, but I think she did say that. She said that because she thought they were scammers at first. She's like, yeah. And they're like questioning it. And like asking for which ferry and this and that. And then she's like, I lied. Yeah, I got no ticket. She's like saying she lied to them. And then they're like, she's like, I'm sorry, I lied. I got no ticket. I don't know why. But I think she got intimidated by them because they were questioning it. And then they speech check failed. She pulled it. Yeah, like really fast though. and then they're like, okay, like we can get your ticket. We'll get your ticket. And then they start like selling us stuff, like attempting to sell us stuff. I was not really participating in the conversation because I thought, oh, those two will handle it. And then like I'm still kind of like trying to make sure it's legit. She just like softly asks, like, is this the official, you know? And then their argument is, well, look at this vest that we're wearing, and look at this like ID that we have hanging around our neck that like if we weren't official, the police would get rid of us here. And I'm looking at their ID and I'm thinking to myself, I was so close to saying it out loud. I was thinking like anybody can print out a fucking ID and hang it around their neck. This doesn't even look like that proper anyway. But I didn't say it. But I was like, I mean, they were not like, they didn't seem as aggressive as I would have expected from what the other girls were telling me about, you know? They weren't like that aggressive. Maybe because they didn't have to, because we were quite receptive. So like they tell us the different prices and the different like, you know, like times. Like if we go on this one, we can spend like 4 hours there, and we're like, what, 4 hours? We don't want to be 4 hours on the island. Just a shorter time is okay. And then they're like, yeah, okay, then there's this one where you can spend an hour, but it takes half an hour to get there, then you're an hour there, and then another half an hour to get back. But yeah, also you, for this ticket, you can only be on the ground. You're not allowed to go up the Statue of Liberty, but you are going to be on the island. Like they literally said that you're gonna be on the island, because we confirmed that. Like, do we actually get to be on there? Because like afterwards, we also did so much more research, but that you cannot dock at the Statue of Liberty Island unless you are an official boat, officially approved boat, which there's only like one ferry that keeps on going back and forth there. Only one, thank you for the super chat. Only one company is allowed to do that. But anyway, like Ame then checks the official schedule, because we already checked it beforehand, when the next ferry would be. And like first he says like something like a time that just doesn't match the schedule that we have, and Ahmed double checks it and is like, and then he adjusts his time to the one that we saw in the official schedule, which is already sus, right? But yeah, he adjusts it to what we saw on the official schedule. And then, so, he gives us the prices, and he says, like, some price, like, what was it? Like, maybe something like $30 or so. I don't remember so well anymore. But then he goes up with the price, and then Ame kind of questions that, and he was like, oh yeah, because taxes and this and that. And then she tries, like, I'm saying, like, okay, I'll pay for me and Kiana, and Ame pays for herself, because Kiana, I felt like she didn't even know that we were gonna do this, so I didn't want to, like, force her to pay something. So I was gonna cover for her. So Ame tries to pay first with her card, but it doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll just cover all of us for now. And his, like, card reader is still printing out the... slowly printing out the like failed receipt of Ame's attempt to buy it, and I'm like looking at it and like waiting for it to come out and kind of studying it, because I didn't realize it was the Ame receipt. And he keeps on telling me, that's trash, like basically kind of trying to keep me from looking at it. And I'm like, I realized then later that, oh, okay, that's not the right one. Okay, anyway, I take it anyway. And he's like, that's trash. You don't need it. Throw it away. That's trash. And I realized afterwards why he didn't want me to look at it. Because he raised the price again. And I would have seen that. I kind of did see it. I saw it. What he was charging me when I ended up paying. But I didn't question it too much, because he did say something like taxes. That's why it's more. So he ended up charging me $55 per person. So I got charged 160 plus bucks for all three of us. I get the receipt, and he tells us, now we didn't know this before, he didn't mention this before. We were literally like 5 walking minutes away from the real dock. But he tells us to get into this bus. It's like a hop on, hop off bus. My card is a debit card, not a credit card, so I can't do a chargeback. So he tells us to get on this bus. And I'm like, I didn't question that too much because I didn't realize how far we were. Or how close we were. But the other girls were questioning it because they were more aware of how close we were actually. So we get into the bus. There's a few people already in it. And I thought we would, because looking at the time, the ferry would leave in like 20 minutes or so. So looking at the time, I thought, oh, we won't be here so long. So first we sit on the top because I wanted to feel the wind. But the moment we enter the bus, the lady in the bus says, oh, no, tip me, basically. And we're like, I'm personally like not feeling happy to tip her because she didn't do anything for me yet, and we just don't tip that much in Europe. But Amir's like, maybe later, I don't know, you know, we're thinking about it, you know? So we go up and we sit up for a while and we notice time is ticking and somehow the bus is just not moving. When is this bus gonna go? And so eventually I think Kiana goes down to the bus lady and asks her like, when are we going? And she's like, oh, or did she? Well, I don't know what she asked her, but like she's just confirming something. And then we're still waiting longer and it's getting closer. And in this time, I'm starting to look up this company's name on Google. Honestly, why did none of us do this beforehand? It would have taken a moment because I look up the company's name on Google and immediately everything says scam, 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 scam. And it says like they make you wait on their bus for ages, like hours, and they keep on like delaying it, and you either don't end up going at all, or you maybe get to go, but you don't get on the actual island, even though they say it. Even, how dare they say that? They say you get on the island, on the actual island, because they literally showed us like a map and everything and a picture like you can't go here, but you can go here. Oh my god. So we're on this bus for like maybe 15 minutes, but I'm getting a heat stroke, so I'm like, there's so much about this being a scam. And then, like, we're being told that, first of all, there's a delay. We're getting, like, on a different, like, later ferry. Like, just as the scam people, just like the reviews are saying on Google, delays happening. And we realize that what they're probably doing is they're trying to fill up the bus. They delay until they have a full bus. And the whole receipt even says, like, no refunds, we have the freedom to change the time or the schedule of anything, and this and that. No refunds. And, yeah, they're probably trying to fill up the bus. Eventually, after hours, after they made everybody wait for hours, they might actually go to their shitty boat, which is not the official boat, and they can't dock on the island, so they're just gonna, like, drive? Go around the island a little bit, and then that's it. No, we didn't stay. Like, eventually we were like, fuck this. We're probably not leaving anytime, huh? And so we left the bus, and while we were leaving, I was like, I said to the other tourists who were sitting in the bus, like, hey, this is a scam probably, so, you know. But they didn't seem to understand me. So, oh well, I feel bad for them. Then we walk out of the bus, and they're like basically telling everybody to get out of the bus in that moment because they're making everybody switch to the different bus that just arrived. Why? I don't fucking know. Another like way of making the tourists feel like they're about to go, but they're not going anywhere. I don't know. We didn't move at all. So we walk past the guys and we're like, why are we even... I think what we were trying to do at this point is, like, we were still, like, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and we were like, let's just walk up to the dock, because there's no need to be on this bus. Let's just walk over there. Because they told us that it's a 40-minute walk. We have to get on the bus because it's a 40-minute walk otherwise. You know how long it took us? 5 minutes to walk over to the dock. And then, so I was saying, like, why are there no signs telling people, like, if there's so many scams like this, why are there no signs telling people about this? Right there where the scammers are. And then we walk a little bit past the scammers and they're like, hey, why are you not on the bus? Why are you leaving them? And I'm like, well, it's probably a scam. You guys are scamming us. So you're never leaving anyway, are you? And they're like, what? What do you mean scam? Playing dumb. We walk past and then once we get like kind of into Battery Park, even though it was closed down, you can still kind of walk through it. That's where the signs start. So where the people are standing is like the earliest point where, like, closest to Battery Park where there's no signs yet. So if only they would put these signs right there, man. Because they're getting so many people with it. I can't imagine how many people per day they're getting. Oh. Yeah. And then I was saying to the girls, like, while we were sitting in the bus and, like, figuring this out, I was like, you know what? Like, honestly, if they were official, there would be no need for them to go up to people and try to sell shit to them. Because Statue of Liberty is literally one of the most famous tourist attractions of the world. They have no need to get people to go somewhere. You go, as a tourist, you go to them. You don't, like, they go up to people and talk to them and are like, hey, you need a ticket, you need a ticket. If they were official ones, there's no need for them to try to sell anything, right? I was getting all these realizations while we were still trying to confirm if it's a scam or not. I was getting all these logical realizations like, oh, we should have just looked it up for 1 second before we bought anything. And oh, I was kind of like making up like some crazy conspiracy theories too, because in the bus, everybody's Wi-Fi was kind of dead. Everybody's internet was kind of dead on the phone. And I was saying like, maybe they're like cutting it off somehow here, the signal, so that people can't look it up. And then also like, I was thinking like, this was proven to be wrong because Ame just didn't have enough credit on her credit card, apparently. But I was thinking like, maybe her card didn't work because credit cards are easier to get your money back than debit cards, and they just don't let credit cards work. That's why my card worked, but hers didn't. Then this was proven to be wrong, but it would have been funny. Yeah. Yeah, right, there are Wi-Fi jammers, so it could be. It honestly could be. No, but I really like thought, oh man, we were kind of dumb to fall for this because it was actually so obviously a scam, and we were even warned by the other girls. I was trying to contact my like 24-hour emergency call thing from my bank. I was trying several times on that day, but somehow I couldn't get through. Like something was wrong with my phone signal, so I didn't reach them. Now I'm wondering, like, even if it's after, if it's like a couple days after and they already charged it, there's probably no chance for debit cards for me to get my money back, right? I don't know. But it's officially a scam. Like, look at this fucking sign, man. And then so we walk through Battery Park and we find there's like a little castle thingy where they have their official office. Like, these fuckers were in their blue vests in like, they had a tiny desk with an umbrella standing on the side of the road. And Stop about cancel. Shut up. I don't need to cancel my card. It's okay. I'm not getting any weird charges. It's okay. Moving on. We were in there and they have this like little castle. And they have a proper desk, like a whole building. And they're not aggressive. They're not trying to sell us anything. We're going there to buy. They're nice about it. And the only bad thing there was a mosquito trying to suck my blood so hard. Yeah, and there's signs all over like this. Right there. And so we get our ticket, and you know what? It wasn't $55, and there was no time constraint either. It was $25 per person to get on the island with that ferry. No time constraints, like they told us, like, oh, 1 hour max or so. And so much cheaper. So... Oh yeah, I ended up paying... Yeah, the $25 for all of us. And the $55 for all of us. So, in total, I spent, a lot of money to get to the Statue of Liberty for all of us. And I feel so stupid though. I feel so stupid. But so per person, that means it was kind of like $80. I must say, if somebody told me, like, if this was legit that you need to pay $80 to get to the Statue of Liberty, honestly, I feel like it's worth it. Fair price. If I didn't know the reality of it. It was beautiful. And it was nice. You can stay there as long as you want. I don't know. I might still attempt, but I feel like I'm too late because it didn't work on like the actual day. Like calling the bank. Yeah. I don't know. Copium. No, like it's beautiful. America has, you know, beautiful moments here and there. $80 is worth it. $80 is so worth it. No, really though. Like if it was really $80, I would pay that. Oh. Yeah, but like I felt so salty about it the whole day. Those fuckers, man. I can't believe it. Like I feel so bad too when I think about how many people they're scamming each day. Cause there were a lot of like adult, really adult, like families with children in the bus. Like tourists though, that didn't seem to. But then again though, there were a million more people successfully taking the official route. Those ferries were so packed. Island was so packed. It was a learning experience. Yeah, I just want to say, like, to anybody here who wants to go to New York in the future, let this be a lesson or like a warning. Don't get scammed. Just walk over to the official dock. They have an office there. It's proper, and there's no man trying to sell you anything. Yeah. Hope it didn't deter you from coming back. No, not at all. That was like the only negative experience I had. And I thought, well, at least it's a stream tangent. This is the only negative experience, really. Everything else was delightful. And I do want to come back because there's Broadway shows that I want to watch. And other, like, sitcom places that I want to visit. And stuff. Tax deducted me getting scammed if I can write it off? My taxes? I don't know. Oh, you mean, because I shared it on my stream. Oh, I guess so. It's a topic now. So, I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe if I have some time later today, I'll try calling, I guess, but... Yeah, it's a national park! Officially. I saw a cute ranger lady in a cute ranger uniform. That's why you can't go there unless you're official man. Well, don't worry. It is what it is. Here's a cool video of coins. Can you tell? Like, why is this all filled with coins? This was by the dock. See? As if it's like a wishing fountain. Why? Why is it all filled with coins? Yeah, I noticed that. My throat hurts! I'm drinking too little because I ran out of water. All I have is ice. But the good kind of iced tea, not the corn fructose syrup iced tea. Mm. Eh? Ha, blue vest guy. Fuck you! Who is that? Which one of you is that? Which one of you? Mamma mia. Thank you. I'll try to get my money back, but I doubt I can. I don't think I will be able to get it back. It's okay. Thank you, Aluda. I did not make a wish because all my wishes were already fulfilled in that moment. Me hanging out with girls like Ame and Kiana and the other days too. Like, it was a really happy weekend. Or, okay, it was more than a weekend, but it was a really wholesome, happy couple of days. So it was a great time. Had great memories. You saw somewhere in here. Oh, I wanted to get Starbucks because Starbucks is so American to me. Free tickets to the moon! What the hell? Are you? Should I scam you? You're getting scammed right here, right now. I thought Starbucks was kind of American, so after feeling very like hot, after walking for a while, I was like, I gotta get something to drink, and there was a Starbucks, so I felt like I needed to check if they have any special frappuccino or so that I don't see in Austria usually, or in Japan even. And I think this one we don't have. It was like a caramel crunch thing or so. So I ordered a frappuccino, and then it arrives, and I taste it, and I can already smell it. There's coffee in it. So I asked the girls, like, girls, in American Starbucks, do they make the frappuccinos with coffee by default? Because in Austria and in Japan, when I order a frappuccino, it's not with coffee by default. You guys are like, yes, yes, of course, yes. Huh? Ah! What the fuck? My PC was just like shutting down. I stopped it, but it closed some stuff. What the fuck? Chat, where are you? I closed all my windows. Bro! What? Why are you suddenly trying to restart? Fuck you. I'm in the middle of a tangent. Hello? 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 Are we back? What the fuck? Yeah, the PC was just trying to restart against my permission! How dare you! Damn! Thank God, like, sometimes there's this warning that, like, oh, you still have these window open. Are you sure that you want to restart? And that made me stop it. Otherwise, it would have just done it without my consent. What the fuck, man? Ugh. Fucking Windows 11. PC scamming me. What was I saying? Ah, Starbucks. So you guys all are like, yes, 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 but that's not the same in Austria. Huh? So I was like, man, I hate coffee. why is this frappuccino with coffee? But then I felt like I would not have said to like change it, but Ame and Kiana were both saying like, oh, you should ask them to like remake it, and then they gladly remade it. And you guys are like, what would it be? That's exactly what they were asking me. Like Ame and Kiana were like, what? If there's no coffee in there, what would it be? Frappuccinos are very common without coffee, guys. You don't get it. Yeah, it's not like a milkshake, but maybe like I could compare it with that if you guys are really confused about it. I might compare it with that, but that's not really what it is. No, it's different from a smoothie. Yeah, they don't make it with coffee by default in Austria. Only time I have that happen sometimes is when I order like a mocha frappuccino or so, but even that, like the chocolate mocha, whatever, even that they, by request, they can make it without, and then it's like a frozen, I guess it's like something between a slushie and a milkshake. Yeah, but usually if I order any other like vanilla frappuccino or so, it's never with coffee. Yeah, the mocha one I understand. The mocha one I understand. But the others, no. They don't make them with that. With coffee. So, anyway. God damn it. Oh. Did you even see this picture? This was also in Central Park. Like, we were observing these ducks. Where one of them, as you can see, has a fish in their mouth. And the others were, like, chasing the duck. And the duck kept on, like, losing it. Because it was trying to swallow it, and it was too big, and it was like falling down into the water, and it kept on picking it up again, and the ducks were always going for it. Yeah. So I had the frappuccino, and then another thing I want to show you here, I had this like I just really wanted to eat Mexican food. Because I felt like I had Italian a lot on these days and fast food, but like I felt like, oh, I'm in America, I need to eat I need to eat Mexican food. Yeah, so I went with some managers and okay, I went with a few managers like Genma, of course. Henma was also there. Henma ordered that green stuff, like what was that again? Enchiladas. Yeah, Henma really wanted to eat enchiladas, and we got like beef tacos, pork tacos, and chicken tacos. I know that Mexican food is generally like you have a lot of spicy food, but I did not expect the tacos to just be spicy by default. So I bite into a chicken taco, and then the first bite was still okay, but then I take more bites and I'm like dying from the spiciness. They had some spicy stuff in there and it was killing me. But it was so yummy, man. I was dying. I was trying to like, you don't see it on the picture, but there was like a white, like sour cream kind of sauce too. So I was trying to like help myself with that, but even that didn't help. It's so sad. So I was like, man, I only ate one taco. What do I do? The enchiladas were not spicy, but I didn't like them very much. So I ordered another thing that just really spoke to me, even though I hate raw fish. I just thought I had to try this, what was it called? You guys maybe know. But this is raw tuna. A ceviche, yeah, ceviche. Yeah, it's a raw tuna ceviche. So, I don't know, I thought, even though I never order raw fish because I don't like it, I don't know, this looked so good on the Google review pictures. And I thought the serving would be relatively small. And I didn't have much of an appetite in general. So I thought, you know, I'll be okay. So I tried. Is that the restaurant? Añejo! Yes! Añejo! Yeah, feel free to go there next time you guys are in New York and think you're going to a place where Wawa went. Now, I tried it, and honestly, I'm glad I tried because I gave myself an opportunity to try raw tuna, which I've never had before. It's okay, but it was actually surprisingly fishy. The others also said when they tried that, oh yeah, this is kind of fishy. I'm like, well, it's less fishy when you eat it with this like brown thing, cracker thing on the side. But yeah, okay. I would not order it again. It was not personally my thing. I just wanted to experience it. A tostada. Aha! Tostada. なるほど. I see. It's not supposed to be too fishy. Yeah, I feel like the aftertaste was very fishy. Also, there was fucking jalapenos every fucking where. Like on top of here and on the guacamole. The guacamole had so many jalapenos. Mamma mia. But generally really good food. And so I made a realization. I made this realization on Broadway already when on the list of musicals there was a musical called Hell's Kitchen, and I thought, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not surprised. There's like The Office musical and so on, so I guess you can make a musical about Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. Then I looked it up and it's not about Gordon Ramsay at all. Okay. But then there's also this like street, I guess? Like this restaurant has like Hell's Kitchen in its name? And I'm like so confused, like, what? And now I finally realized, yeah, it's a neighborhood. But I'm still confused. What? What? I'm still confused. So why... The Gordon Ramsay show, is it called Hell's Kitchen because a lot of the restaurants are in this neighborhood? I don't know. It's where daredevils hang out. What? What? Eh? What? Who? Wait, you talking about a person or people who are just daredevils? What? Superhero? Okay. I'm more confused again. I'm more confused now. Okay. Google him. No, I don't care anymore. Okay, so yeah, it was yummy though. I'm glad I ate some Mexican food. Let me see. Let me see my tangents. I think I'm pretty much done and I gotta go anyway. Language problem. One of these days I Uber eated something from McDonald's because I just wanted fries and I know the fries from McDonald's are good. So I order like a chicken burger. And like I see on the picture it has lettuce, it has tomato, it has a chicken patty, and that's pretty much it, like some sauce, okay? Not the McChicken, a different one that we don't have, but this pretty much could be a McChicken if you just add tomatoes. So I look at my order, and when I put in the burger, like it says, like it has this like typical list of ingredients, and you can get rid of the tomatoes, the lettuce, and so on. And you can add things. I'm not adding anything, but I see a weird thing that was not apparent to me when I looked at the picture of the burger. I did not see any potatoes. Like sometimes there's like hash browns or so inside of a burger, right? Or like even fries or so, you know, sometimes they have that kind of stuff. So, but I didn't see it in the picture of the burger. But one of the things, it says tomato, lettuce, and so on. And then one of the things say potato roll. And I can check whether or not I want the potato roll. And so I'm like, what do you mean? I don't see any potatoes in the burger. But I'm thinking like, well, I mean, in case I'm just not seeing it in the picture, I think I'm fine with the burger without any like hash browns, because I just assumed they mean like there's a hash brown secretly in the burger. So I remove it, and then it arrives, and I'm not even sure it's my real order because I don't recognize it because it is not a burger anymore. Potato roll apparently means the bun, and I removed it. So I went gluten-free or whatever you call that kind of diet when you don't eat the bread and you just order the burger without the bread. And I was like, fuck this. Maybe I'll order the whole thing again. But no, I ended up just eating it like that. So it was like salad and the freaking fillet of a fucking chicken. Salad was like all over. It was a hot mess. And the fucking tomatoes all over the place. And the sauce all over the place. It was a hot mess, I'm telling you. Fuck, why is it potato roll? The bread is not made out of potatoes. Like, some breads are, like, with potatoes. But, like, this bread, like, are the buns at McDonald's made from potatoes? I'm so confused. If they would have called it bread roll, I would have understood. But why is it potato roll? Eh? What? It's so confusing! Man! I Uber Eated so much. Like, I Uber Eated my breakfast a lot. I always got some sweet, like, waffles with berries and stuff, and pancakes and stuff. I was really happy. There were so many choices. So many good choices. Here, another tangent that I wrote down is Puawa playing Pikmin the whole time. She's like constantly, while we're like going through Central Park, she's just constantly on her phone. Like, I thought she was like Pokemon Going or something, but no, she was Pikmining. It was kind of cute, and I was like asking Mokoko, "You don't play Pikmin or what?" And she's like, "Nah, no, I don't." And I'm like, "Oh, so like this is one of the things you guys don't have in common." It seems to be kind of the same thing, basically. Oh, you know, man, there's so many anime tangents. I'm sorry, but like there was this one moment where it was like after dinner. Or like at the end of dinner, and my phone died, and I kind of had to go a little bit earlier than the others. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna go back now to the hotel. And Ame looks at me, like she gives me this really angry look. And I'm like, what? And she's like, "You're not going alone." I'm like, She's just like so insisting on me not going alone because I guess it's like dangerous or whatever. So cute. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm in. Well, if you do want to accompany me." She's like, "I'm going with you." Also, Ame, like, she always brings like little presents when she like meets us wherever. She gave me a couple presents. She gave me a frog candle. So cute. I love her. I love her. And then you know Crony's on a diet, right? She's been like talking about dieting for a while now, and like she's definitely actively dieting. And then there was this moment when we were like just hanging out at dinner and chilling and talking, and somehow we're talking about how much weight Crony lost and where she wants to go. And I'm like, "Girl, you've lost plenty of weight. Like, girl, you can stop, I think." And like there's like this issue that I think you're having, Crony, where you just like this. I think a lot of people, they just get lost in their diets and they always think it's never enough, and then they'll end up, you know, losing too much weight, but you just don't realize it on your own. And I'm telling you, you're fine. And she's like, no, I still need to lose weight. And I'm like, "Well, you're thinner than me at this point." And she's like, "What? No way, that's not true." And I'm like, "I'm telling you, like, get up." And we like compare each other's like tummies and all that. I'm like, you're plenty thin now. Like, don't worry, you always were. But like, girl, just stop. You're fine. You're beautiful. Just like we're squeezing each other's flesh and stuff, comparing each other. Yeah, and then we're also like, for some reason, standing back to back and comparing our height, which obviously she's taller than me. But that made me go doki doki. Yeah, no, she's she's gotta stop. She's already gorgeous. You know, cause like I feel like I feel bad. I used to have a lot of like high school Japanese friends from high school, like high school going Japanese friends, and like everybody I noticed, like teens and also girls in their 20s in Japan, everybody's like constantly on a diet, and like that's their whole lifestyle, and they always think they need to be on a diet even though they're so skinny already. It's just like this mindset. Like different standards too, I guess. So I just feel bad for girls who have a wrong image of themselves and think they have to be thinner and thinner and thinner, and it's not true. They're already plenty thin. They're really thin. Like, okay, you might like compliment someone who's like not like super thin, but like medium thin, and you're like, oh, you're so thin, just as a compliment, and not, maybe they could still lose some pounds, you know. But I mean it though. Like, there's so many who are really thin. If you get any thinner than that, it's not healthy anymore. But they don't realize that because they see themselves differently, and that's sad. So I need to make sure that Crony knows. She needs to know. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I got stuff to do. I have to go dance lessons and so on. I'm kind of busy today, but I'm so glad I got to talk to you guys. I'm actually putting out a schedule at the end of the day. I'm still waiting for something to be announced so that I can put it on my schedule. But I'm gonna be streaming every day for the rest of the week. And then the coming days, actually, I might be streaming like every day until the end of next week. Because, yay, why not? Except, actually, I think currently my Saturday is like, you know, I might be on a different channel, you know? But I also have like dance lessons like every fucking day. I have dance lesson today. I have 2 dance lessons tomorrow. I have another dance lesson on Saturday. I'm like in the last couple of days before my 3D recording for my like birthday / anniversary YouTube live. I'm recording it next week, so I'm like in the last spurt of dance lessons and I'm dying. I need to learn a couple more dances. And it's really stressful. So those 2 days I won't be streaming the recording days, but every other day I'll be streaming every day. So, you know, the last spurt before I can finally go home to Austria. And the last bit of work that I have to do. Important work that I came here for. AKA my anniversary / birthday live. Yay. Which will not be streamed on my birthday, because it's already over. And also not be streamed on my anniversary because it's not gonna make it in time for the anniversary either. But officially it's more of an anniversary live than a birthday live. So I don't know what we're gonna call it. But officially it's an anniversary live because it's too late for a birthday live, even though it's officially a birthday live slot, but you know. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to read super chats, but I already ran out of time. I tangented too much. But as I said, I'll be streaming a lot the coming days, so there should be time. I think I'm gonna play Blue Protocol tomorrow. In the evening JST, I think, because during the day I got dance going on. Dance, dance, dance. Yeah, Blue Protocol is dead. Officially dead. They're gonna shut down the Japanese servers they announced in January. They were gonna launch the Western servers this year's summer, but that never happened, and now we got official news that the Western servers are never going to happen, and they're shutting down the Japanese servers. That's fucking sad. I waited for this game, like, for 10 fucking years or so. I swear. So that's pretty much killing my morale. But that's why we gotta try to check out the Japanese server before it's completely dead. Yeah, I got the perms for it. So, in German we say, Auf Wiedersehen, thank you for joining me on my review of USA and our concerts. I really had a great time in America. I really like New York. I hope I can come again. And thank you so much for enjoying and supporting our concert. If you haven't seen it yet, the archive is still available. I don't know for how long, but you can watch the stream, like rewatch it if you get a ticket. And as you should, because it was really great. Yeah. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for listening to my yap. Hope you enjoyed the tangents and the little videos. And yeah, thanks for the super chats. I'll be reading super chats soon. And sorry, by the way, I'm aware that I still didn't do the Polaroids for you guys. That not the merch Polaroids, but our Polaroids. I don't have any access or time for it. I swear I'll do it in the first week when I'm home in Austria. I just don't have a tablet here with me. But I will still finish those. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna go dance. Bye-bye.